Yo, 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 welcome back to Crazy Ball TV. Thank you so very much for joining me for another episode of Crazy Ball TV. We on LFC vibes today, so you know the deal. Everything has to do with Liverpool. Big up to Mandem in the building already. Big up, big up. Hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend already. Man, crazy, crazy things, man. Bombers left and right. I was thinking we were just going to touch on the Wirtz and his upcoming medical. Maybe talk about Isak, maybe Kirkers. But then Fabrizio hit us with the Robbo bomber. Crazy, crazy, crazy times, man. But you guys already know, those who have been on the show multiple times already know we have been talking about this for a while, right? We brought this up over a week ago about certain tweets that's been going on with some of these Liverpool players. So for some of us, this is not really new, but we're going to talk about it. But people, let's do some house cleaning. I see my people are coming in. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Let's go. Let's make this show big. This show has to be the biggest yet. Big up to Mandem coming in. Keep coming in. This is the barbershop. You guys see me in there. Come through. We'll give you a haircut, a trim or whatever you need. You know what I mean? Big up to all y'all, man. Thank you for coming in. Ali's in the house. Ali's in the house. What you saying? Big up yourself. He said, I'm good with selling Robbo. Sheesh, brother. Are you sure you want to sell Robbo, man? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about that, brother? You know what I mean? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. You know what I mean? We're not going to let it slide. This is major, major, major news. Should we sell or should we let him go? This is crazy, man. Right after you win a championship and it's like you blow the whole thing up, right? You blow the whole thing up. It is crazy. Ali says he's washed, in my opinion. I won't say he's totally washed, but the thing is we need his leadership. We need the persona that Robbo is. It's a big, big time persona in the locker room. He brings people together. You cannot be, like throwing all your big characters away in one soup. You know what I mean? Yes, we have Ali. Yes, we have Salah. We have Virgil. But Robbo is one of those integral parts. After losing Trent, at least you want to keep Robbo for one more year. And then, he can go. That's all I'm saying. I'll just wait for more people to come in. Big up to Mandem coming in. We got Bunkers in the house. He said Robertson has already said yes to Atletico. Okay, that's another bomber. Andy, it's ideal for player and club. Okay, I see you, Andy. Big up yourself, Andy. Thank you for coming through. Honesty is in the house. What you saying? He said, Atletico Madrid, I got a left back called Costas for a piece of bubble gum. You can take it. A lot of us were thinking he was the one that was going to tip, right? He was the one that everybody thought, he's going to move on, and then we're going to bring Kickers, and then eventually Robbo move on, and then another left back from the academy, or we're going to go look for an experienced one. It's time for a change. I am not sentimental. Let him go. Brother is cold-blooded. Man, them want to get rid of everyone except to compete. It don't work like that. That's why I'm very, very concerned. That's why I'm very, very concerned. We cannot blow it up and continue with consistency. You need consistency. Yes, certain players are not playing well, but you have to understand there's something called team dynamics. When that team dynamics is off, it affects everybody. You could have the best players on the planet and it won't work. The new players have to learn from the old players. You see what I mean? That's why when you have a team that has a structure, everybody who comes in follows suit. That's why Manchester United haven't won in a long time, because the structure was Alex Ferguson. And they let the players run mock up that place. So every time somebody comes in, they just do whatever they want. Liverpool, we built a structure since FSG came in and they started having that implementation of no dickhead policy. We have structure. Whether we're winning or not, we have structure. Players comes in, they fit in like glove. So breaking it out, man, it's a double-edged sword for me. It's a very, very double-edged sword for me. Who's saying? Bunker said Trent brother is Robbo's agent. Man, if you see my tweet, we will talk about that too. Personally, I keep Tsimikas as I think he's better. I don't know about that. Big up to Mandem. People are coming in. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. This is going to be a great show, and it can only be great if you guys participate. People in the chat, you guys know this is a community channel, community show as always. We are in the barbershop. Everybody has to participate. So, Christian, big up yourself. He said, I did let Robbo go. It's time to move on from him. Plus, he won't be willing to sit on the bench. He wants game time. It's World Cup season. World Cup season is a big factor in this. Kerkers is the main left back next season. At this point, question. We get Kerkers. Let's say Kerkers take time to adapt. Do you really have faith in Costas can handle the pressure of being the new leader, the guy to help Kerkers? See, Tsimikas' problem has always been it takes him time to adjust. But then when he gets game in, he starts playing well. That's always been his problem. Compared to Robbo, where Robbo would probably need a half or maybe one game, and then he's kind of back to a decent player. Tsimikas 2-3 games, and then eventually, he gets back. So can he do it? Yes, he can deal with the pressure. The guy's been there for a long time. He knows the squad. But how long? Well, the good thing is he will be in preseason, so everything will start off him, and then, you know what I mean? So that there is a silver lining in this. It is a silver lining. I'm just concerned that we're making too many changes too fast. That's my concern. Big up to Tom Quinn. He said, if Robbo is sold, need a decent backup, as Kerkers will be our number one left back next season. And will Robbo going to Atletico Madrid help us get Julian Alvarez in exchange? That could be amazing. That it won't happen. I'm sorry. Atletico needs a striker. These are two different positions. If it was Nunes, then maybe I see where you're coming with. But nah. And of course, I'm an Isak buyer, so I'm sorry, bro. Big up. Ali, I'm moving like Slot, not Klopp. Kwesi, they're making the French era is over. It's perform or you go. Brother, I'm with you. But I'm just saying, you can't blow the bridge too quickly when you still got soldiers crossing that line. That's all I'm saying. Liverpool Goes TV, big up yourself. Thank you for coming through. He said Robbo has the experience we need as a backup from the bench. See, that's the key right there. The experience. I will keep him, but if he's not in the slot plan, then it will be up to Robbo and the coach. I think he is in the slot plan. This decision is coming from Robbo. People, let me pause from the community a little bit. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, I brought it up, and I started showing you guys certain tweets coming from certain players, and we had this same conversation about we should be careful on how many people we let go. Remember, if you guys who have been with me for a while, you remember that show. Robbo also had a tweet, just like Diaz, just like who else was the other one? There was another person who also has Chiesa, I think so, right? So I think this is coming from Robbo. Robbo is looking at it like, yo, they bring in a 45 million, possibly a new left back. This is the World Cup season. I'm the captain of my nation. I need to play. This is Robbo's decision. This is, if he stays, the club will love him. They might not give him a new contract, but the club will love Robbo to stay, at least for one more year. But right now, he's looking at World Cup season. I need to play. I go to Spain. The speed of the game is not as much as England. I can still play Champions League. Come on, Robbo and who was the guy from Newcastle who was at Spurs who went to Atletico and balled out, and even people thought he was finished. Remind me, people. Remind me in the chat. People in the chat, remind me. Newcastle's right back. What's his name? Why am I drawing blank? Help a brother out, people. Help a brother out. He also was Atletico for what, 2-3 years? After England, everybody said he was finished in England. Trippier. Big up to Big, man. Big, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right? Same thing. So he's looking at it in the same lens and say, you know what? I can go there and I can ball out. And the game, remember, the daily grind of the game is what always affects players. He will go to Champions League and he can do the once a week Champions League fast pass game or slow game. The idea is the English league is so fast. It'll be, yeah. It's a young man's game, basically. So Leverkusen are showing concrete interest in Liverpool center back Gerard Kwanzaa, the England under 21 international serious candidate to fill in the void left by Ta. Yeah, man, but he's also saying that he wants to stay. Big up to all the chat. Thank you, man. Big up to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with your boy. Please hit the like button. Let's get the likes up, people. Let's get the likes up. Our goal is to get to 50 likes. And right now, if everybody hit it, we'll be 17 to go. We got 70. Let's go, people. Let's go. Hit the like button. Robbo goes means you're losing a leader. Also, Robbo is a Scotland captain. Exactly. The leadership part is what I'm worried about. And the team dynamics that he brings to the squad. The funnies, he's a character. We need to raise money for Isak, and Robbo will bring more money than Tsimikas, so sell Robbo. Brother, we don't need to raise money. We're going to talk about that too. I see that certain man them are telling you guys we need to raise money. We don't need to raise money. We will talk about it. Don't worry. We'll talk about it. I'd rather play my cat Coco at left back over Costas. Big up to honesty. Uncle Albert is in the building. He's watching us from X. Big up yourself. He said, thank God Robbo is leaving. Of course, no love lost there. Ale, we will get hardly anything for Robbo. With him having 1 year left. Oh, he has 1 year left. Yeah. This guy, Uncle Albert, said, please leave. Damn, people. So how is it fair that you guys want Robbo to leave, Nunes to leave? Sometimes some people say, Jota, bye-bye. But yeah, when Trent said, Grace will leave, and you guys call him a rat and a snake. Tsimikas, I think, is not good enough for backup now. If Robbo goes, then Tsimikas leaves too, and get a decent backup for Kirkers and get Hato. Maybe the Hato thing is going to heat up, but do you want 2 young left backs? Yes, Kirkers is experienced for the English Premier League. Is he experienced for the Champions League? Now, I mean, Costas will perform a strip club. Costas will even perform in a strip club, even if the strippers are Costas. Kwesi, soldiers need to run faster or there will be collateral damage. We move. Ale is just like, I'm slicing, dicing everybody. Robbo can stay for me, but again, not up to me. What happens? Robbo is a leader, but who cares? If he's making a mistake, then lead to losing goals. He only had 2 mistakes. That cost us a goal. The red card against Fulham, and I think there's another one. And even the one that was Virgil's fault. And then the captain stepped up and won the game for us. We will get a good money for Robbo if we sell now, so let's not hang about. Good point. Good point. Big up, Uncle. Uncle Albert says, Kwesi, this is the same tactic Hendo used. He wants a new contract. He wants to force out hand. That's the same tactic Hendo used. Atletico Madrid. Uncle Albert. Right now we have a new structure. That tactics doesn't work on Edwards Kung Fu. Or even Hughes. Especially Hughes got all Edwards powers. Yeah, that tactics won't work. So if he wants to leave, they're not giving him a new contract. The fact that they let him run his contract all the way to now, and they haven't even discussed it with him, the idea was for him to bow out gracefully. Hopefully, he will stay one more year to help Keckers into the, embed into the team properly. But nah, I don't think that tactic won't work on any the structure that the front office structure that we have right now. It won't work unless you are maybe Alisson or Salah or Virgil. And even that one, that's a stretch. Should be no disrespect towards Robbo, though. He has helped us win everything. And if he doesn't want to be backup left back, we'll let him go and bring in Hato and have Kirkers and Hato fight it out. I love that. A move being engineered by Tyler Anderson. Robertson initially offered to Atletico. Trent talked to your brother. He bugged. This has nothing to do with Trent's brother, man. This has to do with Robbo. This is Robbo's decision. If Robbo doesn't want to go, Atletico is not coming in. Come on. Liverpool. If Liverpool wants to sell, they will sell. And if Liverpool don't want to sell, they don't want to sell. This is Robbo thinking about World Cup season and all them. Yo, we got a big man in the building. Bro, I know you are around. I'm sending you the link right now. You coming through right now. I know what you're doing. But I'm sending the link right now. I'm sending the link. You are in the building. I know you are in the building. Even if you come in for 2 minutes. Yeah, that's my bro right there. Let me send. Big up to Mandem. Big up to Mandem. My prediction is that Kwanzaa and Nunes go, and both will be replaced. Other departures, Simikas and Elliot leave. We already have Keckers and Wirtz. Yes, sir. Uncle Albert said, frankly, want him gone. He was totally feckless last season. Poor season. So if Robbo goes, Simica stays. I think so. I'd rather Robbo stay and Simica leave. Uncle Albert, I fully agree with you. Of course you agree, Ali. We got money because we report LFC still ain't giving up on Isak, sell Darwin, 75 million, Morton, 20. Also, we got money from Kelleher. Yeah, man, we got money. I don't know why people think we need to sell. We don't need to sell. We got money. We can't. Why can't we sell Robbo and Simikas and use the money to get Hato? The idea is you have too many young players on that side. You need experienced players. So if, let's say, we let Simikas go, we need to go find somebody who has at least Champions League experience. That person could not be the best player, but they have to have Champions League experience. I agree with you. The tactic won't work, so he should go now. Bye-bye to current rubbish. And Robbo dream to go to Celtic. Well, they got Tierney, so he can't. That's the thing. That was the whole point. His goal was to finish Liverpool's contract and then move on to Celtics. But Celtic decided to go with Tierney from Arsenal. So that's why. But, Atletico is a very good place for Robbo This is not that is much better than Celtic. Him going to Atletico, he is still in the world stage every weekend or every game day. You can never not have enough money. Facts. Big up to Fuzzy. Fuzzy, if you are around, man, you know you're welcome. You're welcome. Let's get this thing show going. Big up to Real Zuberi. Big up to Mandel Tafsir. People are crying about Robbo now that he wants to go. But last season, they didn't want it to go. Man, big up to Mandel, man. I appreciate all of you guys being in the building. So this is the thing, though. I agree with mostly what everybody's saying. I have to think that Robbo's time was coming to an end. The thing is, I don't want us to blow everything up, because if you blow it up, Arne Slot has already created a miracle by coming into a team. He showed up. He didn't even have a squad in preseason and then win the championship with it. Now he's bringing a whole brand new team and he has to do it again. That is very, very, very tough. And it's not like, see, he came into a team that people already established, right? But now you bring in a whole new team. They are not established. They are new to the community. They're new to the city, to the whole country, the weather. So there's not for Kerkers at least. Even Kerkers, he's new to Liverpool. He's not in that area, if my geography is correct. So you bring in new people. That is the part where I'm very, very, very kind of like, yo, as much as I want all these new toys because we got the money, I'm a little bit like, yo, let's slow it down a little bit. Robbo's situation is, again, World Cup season is coming. He wants to be playing every single game. And I'm pretty sure Scotland, his country is going to make it to the World Cup. He wants to be playing. He's the captain, right? So we got a legend in the building. This guy, oh man, this guy got all the tactical gear behind him. People, the rumors was we have never seen Zuberi and the Diddler in the same place at the same time. So when he disappeared, there was a lot of concerns. There was a lot of concern that was Zuberi, he's in the same region as where the Diddler used to be. So, where the case is. So the rumors. So I'm glad that we can finally see the Kennel with us and the Diddler in jail. And we know that there's nothing between he and the Diddler going on. So big up to the Kennel in the building. A lot of people have missed you, as you can see. You know what I mean? Big up to Mandem up in the building. Uncle Albert shouting you out. Of course, Ali said, what's up? Good to see you, Zuberi. How you doing, sir? Long time no see, man. I'm glad you're doing well, first of all. I'm glad that you're doing healthy. You know what I mean? How's everything?
Big up. Big up, man. Actually very interesting because I was supposed to be doing some other things.
Yes.
And I decided to not do anything. Like doing nothing sometimes is the best thing you can do. So in doing nothing, I picked up the phone and I saw you continue.
Zuberi, before you continue, say that again, because a lot of times people don't get that. Some of us need to hear that again. Somebody in the back did not hear you. Please, I apologize. Say it again.
To be honest, I don't know what I said. I was just talking. I'm gonna try to. I might have missed it, so don't quote me to match up the first one. But I guess what I was trying to say. Sometimes, doing nothing is the best thing you can do.
That's facts. Mental health.
I was gonna go rebuild another tractor. And clean out the garage. Like I'm always doing something, and the reason why I'm talking about that is that's what I've been doing. I've just been doing things and taking care of my life, man. Too often we come on the stream and we see people living their life, or even just taking a minute out of their life to do the streams. And I appreciate you, Quasi. Thanks for having me. I know you got your own life, and then you take time out to bless the people and with the stream. Check the temperature, hear what the man I'm saying.
Yes.
Yo, big up everyone in the chat as well, man. Taking time out of your day to tune in and hear Quasi in the barber shop or wherever he's at. You know what I mean? Bigging your boy up as well, man. I appreciate that. And just vibing, having a little Liverpool communion and that. You know what I mean? Congregating, discussing things.
No.
We need men like Robbo. I heard you. I heard Robbo. I'm like, yeah. Let me see.
No, we need the kind of input, because there's been a lot of quote unquote bombas throwing around. Robbo's just happened like almost an hour ago, right? Out of nowhere.
Actually, I'm glad we on the topic. Maybe somebody in the chat can fill me in. Maybe you can fill me in. So like every day, right?
Yeah.
I've been like, just checking the news, see who we signed, what's the rumors, what's the link, and oddly enough, he's always popped up. Yeah, I don't even click on the story, but he'll always be popping up. So I'm like, yo, is that a hint that he'll be the first one to leave? But he's always popping up, and I think I saw the Atletico Madrid thing, and I was like, yeah, that'd be a good look for him. He's old, the Trippier route, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, cool. But I'm always checking the temperature, because after Frimpong, bro, I'm gonna be honest, my palate is full. I don't know. Listen, cause you know me, man. I'm just a simpleton in New England with FSG and them, man, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Every summer for the past 8 summers, we've been linked with like a big dog, right? Never get them. We're settling for like 3rd string, 4th string, no string, strings. You know what I'm saying? That's a Keita joke right there. Yeah, bro. So this summer is the first summer like we really like, yo, big man settings, and we went and got the big man, bro. Frimpong. I wanted him for like 2 seasons now. So we got him. My palate's full. You know me. Every target I've identified, Liverpool go and get. From Gakpo to Endo, Frimpong. I'm good, fam. We don't sign nobody else. I'm good. But I saw the Wirtz thing, and then like I said, so I'm basically checking to see the done deal. Because rival fans been saying the deal's done 2 weeks ago. So every day I'm checking. Robbo just keeps popping up on my feed, and right then and there, I just signed off. It's like I don't have any energy for this guy, man. bro, I don't have any energy for Robbo, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm being honest. If I pull up to a Liverpool event and the first player I see is Robbo, I'm walking out deep. Like, I'm not even waiting for the rest of the man that I'm willing to see, fam. Like, that's how I feel about Robbo right now, bro. Like, man. Not even right now. I've been felt like this.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people in the chat. I mean, I agree with your sentiment right there. For me, I don't mind him leaving. The only thing is, I'm like, yo, we're bringing a new, we're going to bring a new kid, right? And that's what's his name, Kirkers from Bournemouth. But I want a Robbo experience to guide him, and then next year, bye-bye.
That's how you end up with another Curtis Jones. That's the Hendo experience guiding Curtis Jones. Nope. You know what's crazy? I get what you're saying. Some situations, when you're replacing something, you kind of keep the old
one just to
and so put it like this, right?
Yeah.
You know you need a new bed. You're not gonna throw the bed out, sleep on the floor
and then go find a new bed. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you keep the old one. When a new one comes in, you pack the old one up and take your time and usher it out, right? Well, this ain't beds. This is football. We're good. Yeah, he can leave today. The new guy can come in tomorrow. I don't even need Robbo shaking his hand. Hello, lad.
Don't touch him. Keep going.
Bro, nah, you know what it is like? It's like your new girl versus the old girl.
Yeah.
They never met either. The old one just steps off. You take a week or 2, get rid of her stuff out the apartment, de-womify the ends. You don't need no remnants of the old thing. Nah, we don't need Robbo's shirt. We don't need
nothing.
Robbo there, nothing, bro.
Take him off the pictures.
Yeah, let him take all his memorabilia with him as well. We don't need to sell the merchandise no more. Like, pack that up.
Oh my God.
Matter of fact, they doing like the special ops and like the FBI and redact the files and the photos. Yeah, his face should be redacted in the hallway. Like, all we should see is just a Caucasian standing there with no face, because we blurred that out with the number 26. Like, we don't need the new guy knowing who that guy was.
You want to take his number, because the number, like, what did Thanos say? I will shred this universe to this last atom so that the new people will not even remember.
Bro.
Remember what
Liverpool
it was.
Will count from 1 to 27, and you'll realize, yo, did we miss a number? Yeah, fam, that number don't exist. We don't even know how to comprehend that, put that together.
These guys want to taste like
what comes after 25? 27, fam.
That's it. I said, let's snap him out of existence. Nah, I mean, I don't mind if he leaves, he leaves. I think this decision is on Robbo. This had nothing to do with the club. The club will gladly take the money. The club will gladly take the money, maybe find us some experience. Because will you keep Tsimikas or you want Tsimikas out of the door too?
Bro, listen, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen, if Robbo is leaving, fam, I need him to pack everything up that says Robbo on it. And that would be severance. You get to now go sell your own merch wherever you go. Yeah, you take that with you. Because the new guy coming in, yo, if I'm walking through the merch shop, which I plan to do next year when we pick up the treble,
and
I see a Robbo merch in there, and I see a man pick up that merch, I'm fly kicking him. How dare you pick up Robbo merch?
Those guys, I'm gonna kick him from the door. Like,
bro, no, get out of here, man. But it's, you know, I mean, I appreciate the whatever it is he did, whatever contribution he did, because to me, he's just running up and down the field, doing nothing, being way too close to Virgil for the past 3 years. And I tell man, we've been carrying him. But I appreciate him. He was around for some good times. He was around for the first prem. He's around for the second prem. I can't take that off him. Take that off him. Even though you can't tell me what he did for us to say, yeah, Robbo was him.
Hey, corner taking quickly, he balled out until Suarez stepped on his ankle or his Achilles.
Bro, corner taken quickly. I see they disrespected Trent and put Robbo there. I'm like,
no. Actually, you know the funny thing is,
they could have put anyone there for Robbo. I don't care if they put Allison corner taken quickly. Allison put Robbo there. It was a piss take. It's a piss take.
No, I'm glad that you said that. So, are you in the mold of Trent is a rat, a snake?
No. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing with me. I actually saw shorts yesterday. It was so disgusting. I just went Jamaican just to be humble. Bayesian Bonds was I don't know if it was a stream. I didn't catch it, but I saw the short and I commented and I was like, yo, let the youth live, man. Like this isn't a guy that grew up in, let's say, the US and moved to Liverpool.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And then is leaving Liverpool. Man been in Liverpool his whole life, bro. You think you can tell me to go back to Jamaica, bro? You're mad. Stab you in your neck, bro. You crazy. Yeah. I did my time in Jamaica, bro. I'm out of there. American now, man. So the Trent Snake thing, man. Listen, bro. I don't know how people live in England. And I know people do live in England. I'm not trying to disrespect your decision or disrespect England.
Right.
If I was born and raised in England, there's no way I'm hanging it up in England, fam.
Right.
There's no way, especially if I have the ability to go wherever I want. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, like, that's not something you take lightly. That's not something you hide from the world. That's not something you keep. I'm not trying to disrespect the city of Liverpool, but that's not something you keep in Liverpool, bro. Like, I respect Gerrard for doing it. But bro, you don't get any trophies for that. I'm going to repeat that. You don't get any trophies for that. Gerrard never won the Premier League because of that. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
No, bro, I'm on your side on this one because this
are you hearing what I'm saying,
bro?
Gerrard never got a trophy for staying in Liverpool, bro. Do you know how selfish that is, Quasi? Man have the ability to go get trophy, and because you want to be on this high horse, you're gonna tell man, yo, give up, sacrifice all those trophies for us. That's bro. That's listen,
bro.
I'm a humanitarian, bro. That's a crazy request, fam.
Bro. Zuberi, let me tell you
something. Man can be all he can be, and you're like, yo, just cut that down.
Zuberi, let me tell you even the crazy part. We never heard that Trent got himself in trouble. All we knew is this guy goes to training and then goes to games. And I remember, at the beginning of the show, you said people have life beyond this. So it's always admirable that. So Trent, during his spare time, decided that I'm going to learn a different language because that's my hobby.
Bro, listen, Quasi, man. I remember I was kicking it with a little Colombian thing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping the Espanol, and she was like, yo, why you speak Spanish so proper like you from Spain? I know there's different dialects of Spanish. You know what I mean? And then she, you know what I mean? I started dropping some Latin on her. And she looked at me and she's like, yo, I thought you said you're from Jamaica. I'm like, yo, what the hell that got to do with me knowing a couple languages? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man was born in England, got that Victorian English, whatever they call it. And man said, yo, I'm going to get some little speaky spokey and drop another, you know what I'm saying, language on the books. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Man is bilingual over here. It's a beautiful thing. You only speak one language and you cussing man up because man decided to be educated and take his life to the next level. Nah, man.
I know. What was it? There's a show. You know your boy Grace and his brethren. They have a show, Born and Red, and they were upset, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, maybe he learned that his people forget that he went to school. The academy is not just football academy. They have school there. I'm pretty sure they learn Spanish or another language. He may have taken Spanish there and polish it when he had time.
Yeah. I don't even know what the point you was trying to make when I was watching that Trent video, fam.
Bro, and now
I damn near went on social media and started a campaign for Trent to be the next James Bond. Bro, man was smoother than the
bro. This is the thing for me, right?
Yeah.
Liverpool fans say we have a big club. Why are you watching Trent going to Madrid? He is Madrid now. I didn't even watch it. I don't even want. I heard from people that he speaks so well. Oh, Trent, he was planning this.
No Spanish, Let me tell you.
I don't care. He's gone. Bye-bye.
Yo, Trent been rehearsing them 2 lines in 3 weeks. Trent been in the mirror getting his acting skill on.
Bro, people don't get it. You could learn these days.
007.
Bro, Zberry, people don't understand. As a matter of fact, I was telling a friend yesterday, I said, if I'm around people who speak Spanish, even Portuguese, for 2 weeks straight, and every day that's all they speak, it starts to click in my head and understanding what they're saying. I might not be fluent.
Nah, you're going too far, fam.
No, because I'll tell you why. Tell you why. I speak French.
Speak no Spanish, fam.
No, I wrote
that speech, chat GPT that thing up, got the translation, and he's just been rehearsing them lines for the past 2 weeks.
But then they asked him questions. He answered the questions. He answered the questions.
Bro, you can see man in front of the mirror, bro, practicing that, bro. Rolling his R's and that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Zuberry, there's something called
in there doing the vowels and that.
People forget that technology has caught up to everything. You could speak in English and it will translate in whatever language you want live. They got headsets that when somebody's speaking English, it could tell you whatever language you wanted to set up. So I agree with you. If he practiced, let's say he practiced for 3 weeks, like you said.
Yeah, man, been in there, bro.
Why are people upset? So the guy decided to better himself by learning another language in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, like he said. And you guys are upset. Let it go, man. We are a big club. A big club don't act like this. This is the part where I'm trying to let Liverpool fans understand you're upset he's gone, whatever you think he engineered it. But we are big time Liverpool. Royalty. This is small time club mentality when you are upset because bros, I know you are not on social media. But if you were on social media and you saw the amount of people who were melting down because Trent Spanish is too fluent, they were like, nah, screw Wirtz. I don't want to hear Wirtz bomber. This guy's a snake. He's a rat. He was practicing the whole time.
Like I said, I went into Bayesian Bonds. I dropped a comment on it because I'm just like, yo, I'm telling you, when I saw that, I forgot that he was even a football player. I'm like, yo, this little youth here need to be the next 007. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to Trent in a movie is needed, fam. I don't care if the movie's called Coming to Liverpool or Coming to Madrid. They're like, we need a movie of Trent, fam. Nah, it's dope. Nah, it's a beautiful thing. I respect the kid, man. I got the jersey. I'm very proud of the jersey, man. I'm watching this little kid from England, born and raised in Liverpool, won everything there is to win for the club, and then go to Real Madrid. Bro, that's a story and a half, bro.
Yeah, man. And exactly what Bejan and the Pops is saying. He said, forget about Spanish. Do you speak Dutch? That's the one that we need to focus on. So I want your input on this whole Wirtz situation that we just got ourselves into. And Zuberi, you are the few people who were never FSG out or FSG in. You just spoke what it was. And some
no. Don't mislabel me. I'm FSG in.
Okay. I apologize. But you still spoke what it was, the common sense of football operations. Why we don't do this, why we don't do that, right?
No. Once again, don't belittle me. I've always just spoke on FSG in. That's it. But it was a fact.
No, it was a fact. Yeah. Now Liverpool's out here spending the money like we got water, which was, for me, it was because of smart business decisions that we did from day one. We made mistakes along the way. Yes. We should have done certain things. Yes. But right now we made some great decisions that we spending money that we have without worrying about, we have to sell to buy. Right? I know there are some people already saying, after this Wirtz situation or Kirkers, we have to let people go before we bring in new players, which I believe is a lie. It's not true. We just let Kelleher go. We just let Trent go. We've got 10 million for Trent for his last 2-3 weeks of his services. Possibly Robbo is going to be on his way. So Liverpool, Edwards, Hughes, and Arne Slot can chew gum and walk at the same time. So this thing of we have to let some people go before we bring them in, it's a lie. Liverpool have a plan. They know who they want. And right now, when we knock, if you open the door, you come in. So I want to see what you think about the whole Mr. Florian Wirtz situation and how we got that deal done. Because guess what?
Yeah, wait. I'm going to answer your question. But
yes, go ahead.
Albert dropped a comment 11:48 a.m. on my time. Pull that comment up while I talk and just leave that comment there.
This one?
Yeah. So, I want that to be my little banner while I give my...
I'm going to shut up right now. Let me go silent.
Listen. If you buy your kid a toy and the toy requires batteries, in Jamaica I've seen old people take the old batteries that's no longer working and put it in the freezer and tell me, in the morning the cold is going to recharge your dead batteries and then you'll be good. And I'm like, what? All right. Wake up in the morning, put the old batteries back in from out the freezer, and that turn the toy on, it lights up for 2 seconds and go dead. That's Liverpool with Klopp, fam. You know what I'm saying? We get the energy for a little bit and then it fades away. Legs start going. Yeah, we should have sacked him earlier. I've been telling you, man, that. But the thing is, they were on this agenda to prove that the problem is American business owners. People were trying to convince me that the people that got the club for 300 mil and turn it into 3+ billion is the problem. Not the man that said out of his own mouth, he's not here to dominate. He's here for friendship. Not the man that says friendship is more valuable than trophies. In the sports, that's about getting trophies. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, bro, I tell man, you remember the season where we completely capitulate before we got Mac Allister, Sabazalai? I told man, if we got in a new manager then, would have finished a lot farther. And it's no disrespect to Klopp and what he's done. Like, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Like, you can be good. Think about sex. When you first go in there, you see them first 10, 15 seconds, you on fire. The next 15, you know what I'm saying? You might fall a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, the first entry, you on fire. The first, you know what I'm saying? Just can't sustain it. No stamina in his tactics, bro. Should have been let go some players. Do the math. He came in, done all of his glory. Edwards had to leave. Edwards had to come back. Wasn't Edwards there when we won the Premier League? With Klopp. You see what I'm trying to say? Edwards left. What happened? Capitulated. Edwards came back. Didn't we win the Premier League? I asked you that question already. So what I'm trying to show you is, bro, it was never about the owner. The owner employ people to ensure certain results. One of those people valued friendships over trophy. I'm not reading between no lines. You see all you FSG out, man, from back in 2020 and earlier. You see all of you, man, talking about, nah, but if you read between the lines, you man stood on no facts. You man had no facts. And that's what I'm saying, Quasi, you're trying to belittle me. I was given pure facts. And the facts of the matter is, man said FSG will never win another trophy without Klopp. First season after Klopp. First, not 3 seasons later, not 4 seasons later. FSG won a trophy with about 10 million for Chiesa, who didn't even feature. Man had to give Chiesa a little throwaway game just so he can get a trophy. Because man valued trophy over friendship. You think he cared about making Chiesa a friend? He ain't cared about being friend with Chiesa. You know how many games Chiesa could have got a run out? And man was like, yeah, I'm in for trophy, fam. I don't care how you feel about me. Man said, I don't care how you feel about me. You see Elliot over there swelling up like, no, I want to stay and fight. Yo, big man, I'm in for trophies. I can't risk this. PSG got us down and out, fam. At the freaking PSG ground. The man was like, all right, Elliot, go get yourself a little run out. He did not plan on Elliot scoring that winner. He's just like, all right, you know what, Elliot, we ain't getting nothing out of this game. Yeah. Go out there. It's a good thing he did. But you know who would have never done that? Klopp would have never done that. Who would have never given Elliot that run out? Like Origi could have gotten a lot of run out. But like I say, it's not a disrespect to Klopp. It's just glaring obvious, bro. Keep telling people we're not buying people because the manager don't want those people. And then if FSG, and I said this before, if FSG was buying players without Klopp's permission, it would have come off as disrespectful. It would have come off as disrespectful. Why you keep buying players he does not want?
Right.
You see what I'm trying to say? Now you're putting him in a bad situation. So the best thing to do, which FSG did, is the same thing I said when I came on your stream, Quasi. Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. So FSG did nothing. All right, I'm gonna kick back. When you're ready for me, big man, come talk to me. I got money in my pockets. You know what Slot did? Slot came in and was like, you know what, big man, let me see what I can do first before I tell you go in your pockets. And what did Slot do? Won the trophy. Now Slot come back and say, yo, I need you to break the English record. Man said, all right, say less.
Say less. Cash.
Say less.
Cash.
Say less. Klopp had the ability to do this, but I tell people all the time, when you're a manager and you spend big, you have big expectation. Klopp expectation was always, I'm here for friendship over trophy. I'm here to challenge, not dominate. That mindset, FSG is like, if that's how you feel, homie, that's how you feel. I'm gonna respect it though. You know what I'm saying? And they fall back. And they fall back. I can't fault Klopp for that. That's who he is. And I respect him for it. I really do respect him for it. Sometimes, bro, if you're just throwing you the second place and you can live within being second place and you're good with that, because out of all the people on earth, you're second. The 4th fastest man on earth should be proud. The 4th fastest man on earth should still feel proud. Didn't get a medal though, but he should still feel proud. And I respect him. You see what I'm saying? But when you're in a competition for trophies, you can't feel proud coming forth, fam. You need that trophy.
Now it's very if I think what's the name? Fuzzy, you have the bomb sound. Can you hit that bomb? Because the man has dropped some serious bombs.
Oh, wait, we had this bomb all this time. All right, let me take it from the top. Nah, but it's like I said, man, when you're doing business, and you know what's sad, and I'll confess this to you, man. You know what's sad, man. I'm very prolific in my industry. Quasi, I told you already. Very prolific in my industry, and a lot of, I don't know their stature. They could have been just multi-millionaires sitting on like $2 to let's say $600 million. I've had a lot of those guys come to me, not on no diddler shit, but just really like, yo, O'Dane, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you trying to do? And I'm like, what the hell do you mean? And they're like, bro, anything you can think of, we'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I've had sit downs with like Elon Musk discussing battery. We're trying to buy his batteries to put in like mobile UPSs, because I told you I used to build generator sets for TVs. And and must shut it down. And the dude was like, yo, is there a way we can build our own batteries? And I'm like, fam, there is, but I wasn't willing to bet on my design. You see what I'm trying to say, Kwasi? I'm like, yo, it's all on me. It'd have been Zabiri designed his batteries and it failed. Zabiri's a failure. I ain't gonna pressure. I couldn't take that pressure. It would have been my batteries versus Elon's batteries. Do you know how intimidating that is, bro? Like, are you deep in what I'm saying? No,
I got you. Yeah.
Can you create a battery so we can do this UPS thing and say F Elon? And I'm just like, rah. I'm like, I don't know. You know, I think I'm gonna have to leave the building generators thing alone because I'm gonna start to ask some questions that I don't want to be responsible for.
Nah, this guy's like, nope, that's not me.
So when I look at Klopp as a manager and signing players, it's a tall responsibility. Look at Arteta, bro. If it doesn't go right, bro, that's your legacy potentially. If Slots win 3 Premier League, yeah, we'll always big up Klopp for winning the first one.
Exactly.
But the man after you just won 3.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Yeah, and Fuzzy, before I bring you in, big up yourself, Fuzzy. People, please, thank you. No, shout out for our boy Fuzzy. He's in the building. This is the part where people don't get. I think when they hear you say all this thing, they think that you are basically washing away everything that Klopp did. No, Klopp was a necessary evil or angel or whatever you need to say.
No, you know what people are doing, cousin. I can't let you do that because that's like ignoring what the point is. What Klopp did was great.
Yeah.
And let me tell you who's really disrespecting Klopp. You see all the people that said FSG out, they are the one that's actually disrespecting Klopp. I'm not disrespecting Klopp by saying what I'm saying. Because if you felt he was so great, why did you need to disrespect his employer?
While he said
you're
that
actually
he was
being disrespectful to the guy. You're being disrespectful to him. If you rate him so much, then bro, support him. He's the one making that decision, not his employer. You're basically disrespecting him like he's just a tool. FSG out made it look like Klopp was just a yes man.
That's the point. That's the point
I'm trying to get at. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to get at. It's not me disrespecting Klopp. It's the FSG out man. Them you man belittled the man you say you rate as a yes man. That's all. He's just doing what he's been told. He's just holding the pockets, and the pockets are empty. Nah. Give him respect. He's the one that stood tall on that decision. He's the one that stood tall on making all those decisions that negatively impacted us. Yeah, we still challenged. Yes, it was exciting. Yeah, we got one of every trophy except the League Cup, I believe. We got 2 of those.
Right.
But yo, you man disrespected Klopp like he's some waste man that FSG just had in the pocket and won't invest in. Nah, they supported him. And you men are supposed to support him. You men are supposed to stand tall with the freaking infrastructure. And yet still you man wanted to divide it. You man wanted to cut off the head of the snake and kept the body. Nah, bro, you man didn't really stand tall. You man didn't stand on business. You didn't stand on business. He's telling you, yo, I'm with these guys.
I'm listening to what you're saying, mate. I'm at FSG. I've always been FSG for a long, long time, like back in the days of Torres and that stuff. The reason we're FSG is not just about when Klopp was in charge. It's way before that. It was the interest of the owners to the club, what they were going to invest. How far can we go? We gave them 15 years, and then a lot of people came out and had a go at them. Yes, Klopp might have decided like not to spend money, and he's sentimental and all that stuff. But it's what was done before. That's the reason. It wasn't to do with only Klopp, mate. It's way before that. These people have been here for 15 years. 2 league titles. Liverpool Football Club is one of the most successful clubs in history, not just here. Now, period. You know what I mean? I've been here since the 80s, so I know what I see. I know.
Let me show you. Let me show you a picture real quick. I'm not trying to like have.
Yeah, because the way people are talking about it, they're talking about like it's from Klopp era. No.
I get your point. I get your point.
Lose players so easily. The way we did it. We employed Brendan Rodgers, the things like that. That's what I'm talking about, Zubiri.
I've been a fan. I've been a fan as well. The FSG out thing didn't ramp up until like Klopp. The previous stuff. I don't want to insult anyone.
Okay, the previous that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The previous stuff before Klopp, it's immaturity. Because, like I said, the club was in shambles, in a dark place.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah. About the language. We don't have to dissect all the pieces. What I'm trying to say is. They came in.
I understand let me say something. I understand 100% what you're saying about Klopp losing his way. I understand 100%. I agree with both of you with that one. He has lost his way from winning to a sentimental manager, and we lost our way in that mentality. I agree with you 100%. That one, I agree with you.
Yeah, but the FSG, to hold FSG to the 10 years ago, all right, that's fine. You want to hold on to that? Fine. You want to hold on to Zabiri the past? Fine. Quasi the past? Fine. Bro, but you can't look me in the eye and tell me you haven't seen they've grown. You haven't seen they've learned. You haven't seen they become better. You haven't seen us be better.
Last season, they're talking about, or just
no, I'm just talking about in general, because when I bring up FSG, I didn't know you was FSG out. I probably would have calmed the energy a little bit. I would have calmed the energy a little bit. I was up in there.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. I'm just explaining to you, like,
I would have been a little bit more respectful. Sorry, man.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
No. You know what? I like this because people.
You know what's interesting? Yeah. The club been around since what? 1892.
92, yeah.
With 20 Premier League or English titles, right? That means the club ain't all that, bro. Let that sink in. It's the most. It's the joint most in the history of the English titles.
Should be a more. Don't forget, we had tragedies.
1892, Quasi. Do the math, man. 1892 to 2025. 20 is the highest number.
Yeah.
20 is the highest number.
But the thing is, and
we haven't touched it in 30 years. And we're just gonna blame these men like it's their fault.
I understand what you're saying, but you're forgetting we had obstacles along the way. Things happened to this club that shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Like the Heysel, obviously the 96, 97, you know, things like that happen along the way to stop us going with that momentum. And don't forget, the Premier League era wasn't made for Liverpool. It was made for new generation, new teams. You know what I mean? They were focused mainly on Man United. So we was always going to be in the back burner because Liverpool was too dominant. Don't forget, Liverpool was 18 titles and Man United was only 7. And then they caught us up and overtook us. That's how far we've been behind titles, you know, down the years. So, you know, things happen. You know, when it's meant to be for other teams, it's gonna be meant to be. Like Kenny could have
climb up there as well, man.
Kenny could have stayed and probably won more titles, and probably Ferguson wouldn't be here anymore. You know what I mean? At that time, things could have happened differently. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, listen, life is like that's how life is. Things change. Things, you know, are different. 30 years, yes. But if things didn't happen to stop us along the way, how would we know where we would have been? How do you know Fergie would have been here? That's what I'm saying. Things stopped us for progressing. So there you go, man. Our club,
we progressed to a $3 billion club now.
It's not enough.
Hey, get us right, Zuberi. Yeah. We are close to 6 now.
Yeah. 20 is not enough.
The valuation of the club went up, man. What do men telling me, bro? Like, I don't want to hear this owners talk no more.
Out of Europe as
this owners talk gotta be dead. Don't tell me about what man did 10 years ago, man.
Yeah, I was there. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I've seen it.
I was there as well, and I saw the growth. I saw these men. These men trying to lay people off, you know, Quasi. We got to
give it us a pink slip.
Get the budget right. We got to consolidate and get the budget right. You know how Americans do. Very sorry, man.
We're gonna. But big.
It's true though, isn't it? Like, if you think,
I'm glad that Fuzzy said what he didn't say, because
Don Barnes didn't play in Europe for Liverpool. You know what I mean? In the Champions League, so that team could have been more dominant as well at the same time. So we don't know how life is. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So
I know how it is right now.
I agree with you about Klopp though. Like, he did lose his weight in that one, in the last few seasons. I 100% agree. It was time for a change. And now, like, this guy right now, what I love about him is the ruthlessness. You know what I mean? And he's got no friends. And
it's business, man.
What I've seen of him as well, guys, is in the beginning of the season, he was playing the Darwin Núñez and all these other useless players. You know what I mean? Then when the moment he realized, you know what, it ain't working for me, I might as well just stick with the first 11 and whatever that's coming after that. And then that's what.
Can I ask you a question about something he did?
You know what is Zuberi and Quasi?
Zuberi, what you saying?
I want to ask you, man, a question about something, because I think now in hindsight we might feel a little differently. When he chopped off Kwanzaa, because he's a new manager, that was a chop. That was the first no-nonsense moment. If you really deep it, what he did to Kwanzaa was the first no-nonsense moment.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to think. I was looking at it like, he ain't got to do men like that.
Too early.
But it was the first moment. You see what I'm trying to say? So in hindsight, now I'm looking back at it going, you know what? I got a lot of respect for him, because he know he's a kid and he can damage him. But he still got to chop man in that moment, because that's a moment you deserve to be chopped. He ain't chopped none of the senior men's that way, but I was just like, raw, the young kid. But I feel like that's going to stick with the young kid more than it would stick with the old guy. Because the old guy can just take the chop and be like, you know what, man, my future is done. I'm out of here. But when you chop a young guy like that, now you send a message. And now I'm looking back like, yo, if he pulled him to the side and butted that off and just let him know, like, yo, you're young, you know what I mean? You ain't him yet. Work on your craft. The young guy will respect that chop more than an older guy would. So for that and hindsight, mad respect for the guy, man. I ain't going front.
Check this out. It wasn't just him. Even the older players, Salah was told too. Salah, in his story, he said he had to go to the manager and say, please, let me play this way, and I promise you, I will do this for you. So he's like, okay, go ahead, let me see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
right, you said man came through and just held the ring out, and all the players had to kiss it.
Bro.
No, I rate it.
Bro,
I rate it. Because Klopp would have been like, bring it in, guys, group hug. Nah, I don't need group hugs.
That's the thing, because this is the thing. I think one thing that people are not understanding that he came in, he didn't have his squad. All of them were in international duties. So he had to build with the youth and some of the leftovers, Salah and a few people. And then the other ones came in. And when the other ones came in, he already established what he wanted. And the message was clear from day one.
100%.
And
100%.
One thing that I also give to the players is the players said, you know what? The players have winning mentality. And this is where I believe when Klopp says that mentality monsters, they wanted to win. Other clubs, we've seen it in other clubs. The players were like, man, you haven't won anything. You just come from some weak league. You're going to come tell me what to do. But the players did not do that. They all follow the line. And now they're champions.
Zubiri and of a Squazi. You know the most important thing in that, what you guys are talking about, in the Klopp era, Klopp would have tried to prove us wrong with players, right? Like he would have played Nunes, he would have played these Elliott, Curtis Jones, all these guys continuously until they get it right. We would probably be points behind, a lot of points behind the leaders, and then we'll probably lose the league title. With this guy, he said, nope, I'll play with my first team and I'll continue. You guys could set the bench, you could hold bench. When I need you, I'll call you. So this is how winning mentality is. You can't keep trying to prove us wrong with players that can't do it. You got to go with the players that can do it. So stick with them until you could go as far as you can. And the most important thing that we did is we got the points on the board and we got away from everybody else. Because we're head to head. That's when Liverpool started making mistakes. So as I said, he done a brilliant thing in that way. Just bunning those players outside. The Darwin Nunes and all them lot.
Actually, Hassan Bones, I don't think you understood what.
No. I think I get what Hassan Bones is saying.
Okay.
It wasn't about necessarily proving us wrong. That was just his way. And so I get what. I get what Bones is saying. But it could be perceived that way. And I think
exactly.
I think the thing Klopp try to do is play people back into form, like doubling down on the players. That's what makes him a great manager to do.
Exactly.
I don't want to knock him for it, but I guess it's the same thing you were saying, basically, Faz.
I don't
question for you, man.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I like what he did. I'm not here trashing Klopp. Klopp is my favorite manager with Kenny.
Oh no. I got your point.
I'm trying to let me explain myself to him. You know what Klopp used to do? Klopp used to do is he used to play Darwin Nunes continuously, even we lose points. Do you know what I mean, guys?
Yeah, because he believes in him.
To play these guys. And Arne Slot didn't do that. He went for the win no matter what. And even though he had to sacrifice them not playing, he will still go for those points. That's what I'm trying to say. But listen, it's easy to do it own. I'm not here to trash him. Klopp is one of my favorite managers, but I'm trying to give you an example how you could win a league and how you could not. You can't persist with players that can't perform. You got to let them go.
Yeah, big facts. And that's my next question. So we've seen what Slot done, and we can assess it now in hindsight. In the moments, some of them we didn't understand, like chopping Kwanzaa. So now he's up there now. He's in the books, history books. He won a Prem, went to a final, did his thing, right? We've seen Klopp with the rock and roll football. I'm going to be honest. When he went away from rock and roll, I think that's where he lost his way. He should have kept being rock and roll. All right, that's besides the point. It's a lot. I don't know what Slot thing is. But how would we react in the moment we see the shift? Are we gonna do the same thing we did with Klopp and be like, "Yo, let's give him grace"? Nah, he's gonna bring it back. He's gonna run back to rock and roll because sometimes in rock and roll you have like like a little bass guitar solo, and then the heavy metal kind of drop, and you're like, oh, okay, wait till it turn back up. Well, it never turned back up. That it just faded out that way. So
But
my question to you guys is, are we gonna say, nah, Slot can put it back together? Because what I've noticed with some managers, you see, once that goes, it doesn't come back. Ranieri with Leicester, the Chelsea managers, like they get that one hit, and you're like, oh, wait till the second set, and we only get a second set. The only man that gave us second set was Pep. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else is just a one hit. So,
but you know,
Slot,
this what you said.
We're gonna say, yo, he can pull it back.
I think he did. Okay, the first 3 games that we played kind of reminds us of when he started the preseason. His game slowed down, still some high tempo, but be calm. Don't rush it. Just don't go full Ganga pressing. It was kind of sexy, but it wasn't too over sexy, right? When we lost to Forest, he blew that whole decision and said, you know what? Let's just play what these guys are a little bit comfortable with a little bit of his ideology, right? The question is, when we got to between January and February, closer to March, the Champions League, we started losing to PSG, drawing games that we were already winning, a la Villa, Everton, and Newcastle. That part is for me that I want Arne Slot to fix, because it reminds me of what happened the year before. Klopp was also ahead until he hit that mark, and then all of a sudden that's where we lost the league, and then Arsenal and City overtook us. So for me, that is my thing. But based on your question, I'm gonna hope that he stick to his principles as long, but don't overcommit to it. That was some of the criticism that people gave to Klopp. He doesn't want to change, right? He keeps sticking to the same thing. I just want him to see what's going on. It doesn't work, make some adjustment. Don't overcomplicate football. I'm in a thing of Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. When they came to England, they made football into calculus. If you watch Pep when he was in Barcelona, even when he was in Bayern Munich, and Klopp in Dortmund, their football was simple instructions to players, do this, and then that's it. When they both came to the English Premier League, they created a whole new system of football where you'd be like, you have to be a genius. And people will be like, no, that's not true. How many players came to Liverpool or went to City, and it took them almost 2 to 3 months before they can play because they haven't figured out what the manager wanted? So for me, when it comes to Arne Slot, I think he is on the right track because he won the league. Just figure out why sometimes we fall off and the players are too tired or whatever the reason is. Fix it. And it's always been January to February, because that's where we dropped up 2 years in a row, except this year we won the league.
Yeah. I think is to do with listen, with him, the most important thing is, as a manager, he doesn't go into obviously games with one tactics in mind. He's got multiple tactics. He can change up, and he's buying the players. What I like about him, he bought players that can play more than one position. That's Frimpong, obviously, and Wirtz, Kirkes, I think the left back, probably could play wing back as well, and and then you look at Gravenberch, you look at Szoboszlai, you've got all these players that can play multiple positions. So, which means you could change games along the way if things don't go according to plan. Right. This is the way he's heading towards as well. And then the coaches like Brian Bronkhorst next, he's going to have his own plans for tactics as well. So you're going to have, overall, you're going to have people there. If everything doesn't go as you wish, they will change it in the next games and all that stuff. As I said many times, like, you got to get the right forwards as well. You need a striker that can, you could utilize him. You could play him as a number 9 or sometimes number 10. You know what I mean? And things like that. That's why I wanted Alvarez to come to the football club, so it'll be easier for us to go and build around him as well. But as for Arne Slot, I know what Zubiri is saying. If the things don't go according to plan, how are we going to react? I think you're forgetting what football club that we're at. We're Liverpool Football Club. We're the most patient fans in world football. So for what he did in his first season, going forward from now is only progress, in my opinion. But
he got money in the bank for
yeah, and
days.
he's got money now, and he's got players coming in.
Mhm.
And if things don't go according to plan, they will find a way. I think they will find a way out of it. I don't think it's all be or end all. I think they'll find a way out of it.
Yeah, and it's a very quick question. Fazzi already told me who he wants for as a striker. He wants Alvarez. I want Isak. You and I had this discussion last summer. Remember when I was campaigning for Nico Williams, Musiala, and Isak? Back then, you'd be like, crazy. That's not going to happen. But it seems like I didn't get Musiala, I get Wirtz. So I was close, right? I was close. Which striker do you want? Because we know Nunes is leaving. And from what we hear, Chiesa is going to move on too. Are you an Alvarez person, or will you choose a player like Isak?
I could be wrong, but respectfully, I get what you're saying. You have your preference. You have your preference. I never had preferences like that. I don't do that like what you guys are doing. And it's not like I'm better than you guys, but I've never done that. and no, this like I'm just trying to get you guys to understand what I'm about to say. Because when I say, you're like, wait, that's crazy. No, it's not that's what I want. I've just never done that. So like even when I identified Frimpong, Endo, Wataru, Gakpo, I'm doing it in a way that I'm thinking the manager could use, the team can use, right? I saw this brother Arne Slot run a 4-2-4 formation. And I went to bed, and I have this often, and I'll share this with you, man. I often dream I'm in the training sessions or in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not playing. You know when you got your personal camera?
Yeah.
It's like I'm seeing it from that personal camera, like what Bobby's doing in the game. It's like I'm there seeing it. I'm like, this play's about to happen, and I do that. So I've envisioned a 4-2-2-2 formation. I don't think we're running strikers, my guy.
You sure?
No. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So I've seen the 4-2-4, and in the middle two, it was Sabazalai and Elliott, right?
Was it Elliott or Jones? You talking about the City game?
No, it was a preseason game.
Oh, preseason game. Yeah. I remember that.
It was no strikers in preseason, by the way.
That's
I don't
true.
know if you might remember that.
They were not there. You're right. That's true. That's what I was saying.
Hey. So what I'm about to say, it's not like, Zabiri is crazy. Just hear me out. You see, in that formation, a better player than Elliott. Elliott was cooking, by the way, but a better player than Elliott, a more physical player than Elliott that can potentially do the false nine and run into the nine and knock some headers in and have an eye for goal. Not just one-footed, can dribble and beat a man, because I've never seen Elliott beat a man before. And I'm going to ask you, man, this question. Elliott's or Wirtz? Don't answer that. We know the answer.
We know the answer. If you think about it, we should slap you.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say to you now is,
I
don't give two rats ass about no striker, because I've seen the man did bits with 4-2-4 no striker. And the player he did it with, he just bought a player 3 times better than that player. I don't think he cares about striker. And I'll tell you why. I've seen him with 2 strikers and said, you know what?
I don't want
Diaz, you go in there. Diaz, you go in there. What you have to offer us is more than what a striker can offer us. And we won the league. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want a striker no more. I'm good off strikers.
Wow.
I asked this question to Kopish 2021 when I was back in Queens. And I'm like, yo, you think the striker days are done? What's up with the striker thing, man? You think strikers are... Bro, City look dead with one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah, man.
Let that sink in. Ronaldo came back to Man United and scored 18 Premier League goals, and they look like dead food. So having a striker that can get you 20 goals will mean you'll still finish outside the Champions League. Let that sink in.
Do you know what? Do you know why I say Alvarez, Zabiri? Do you know exactly why I say Alvarez? The reason I say Alvarez is because he's not just a striker. He can play the role you're saying, and he's very intelligent in that role. You know what I mean?
I'm not knocking their ability. I hear you.
You watch him.
I hear you.
He wasn't a striker, was he? He was a number 10. He was scoring, he was taking corners. He was scoring from free kicks. He was setting up Haaland. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. You've got a guy like an army Swiss knife can do it all.
I'm a Leatherman type of guy. You know what I mean? I'm a Leatherman type of guy. Don't tell me I'm an army Swiss knife. I'm a Leatherman type of guy. Keep a Leatherman on the belt. If you don't know what Leatherman is, go look that up. I'm not arguing. No, I keep the Leatherman tool. I don't do the army Swiss knife. It got way too much tools that you don't need. The Leatherman is simple, to the point, right amount of tools on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's Wirtz. Yeah, we don't need no striker to be taking free kicks and all of that. Nah, man. Just
but I'm saying like
but Alvarez is cold. I rate him. I don't know why City let him go. I don't know why City let him go.
Yeah.
I don't know why City. And don't get me wrong, Quasi. I rate his that. And that's what I'm saying. Like the pool of strikers, I don't think it hit 10. And that for me, if you're a manager and you're looking at the pool of striker right now, all you got is names. And then if you start dissecting the names, it starts dropping off.
I mean, right now there's literally like 4 of them.
You see what I'm saying?
Literally 4 of them.
Bro, the pool ain't what it used to be.
Nah, man.
You see what I'm trying to say? So if you're a manager, you got to be keeping an eye on that and make sure your team can operate without one. Because if your team can operate without one, Jesus.
And right now we can operate without one, but at the same time, I still think that we need one for the game.
I think the strikers. I think the gap from a meaty striker to an average striker to like a world-class striker, I feel like the gap is so far.
So far.
And the reason why I say it's so far, if you get a meaty one, it changes your entire team. You get an average one, you still got to bend things to make it work. If you got a prolific one, you're basically telling them to stay up there, and then the 10 man is going to have to support them like City. Getting a striker this day is one of the hardest pieces to fit into your puzzle. Think about what I'm saying.
That's true.
You're better off playing without one. Because if you get a prolific striker, bro, you're not asking him to come back on no defense.
No. You can't do that.
You see what I'm saying? You get a meaty one. Watch this. You get a meaty one who can come back and defend. You know, who's never in the box when you're trying to whip something in. His tired ass jogging up the pitch. The average ones now, like your Watkins and that, they might make it back in the box. But you know what's going to happen? He's going to try to side foot it. He's going to slide. For some reason, they always slide. Ball goes over the top. Bro, you're better off just playing without one, bro. 5-a-side thing. Just make it 11-a-side. Yeah, put 11 bad boys on the pitch. Wirtz is a bad boy.
Now, I'll let you answer this question. Will you take a striker or a DM? Like Belieber?
Belieber? Listen, I think Gravenberch is fine where he's at the moment. We could do, obviously, without a DM, in my opinion.
I don't think a DM is a priority right now.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I'm more of a striker. As I said, I'm more of a striker that suits Liverpool and that can take the pressure off the other guys. You know, like when you watch Liverpool, the pressure's always on Salah, right? I mean, he gets marked sometimes by 2 players, and it's impossible to get him out of that. And if someone like who's in the middle that can take that pressure off him and can score, obviously, his fair share of goals, like 20 goals a season, 25 goals a season, that's what I want. Then that could help us out, not only in the Premier League. People forget like how many competitions we're in. You know what I mean? We're in a lot of competitions, so you're gonna need this, the share of the workload. You know what I mean? Like the strikers have to share the goals. We can't rely on one person always scoring the goals. So if we could take that away from Salah, like make him more freer, with Frimpong flying past him as well, and Kirk's passing obviously Agapo or Diaz on the other side, we could double up on the goals as well. So it would be like last season. What was the problem in the second half? We didn't have enough depth. This season we're gonna have that, so it would be easier for us, to go in the next rounds of the Champions League as well. So a striker is a must, man. In my opinion, for now, we could cope with that. A DM, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I think we have enough midfielders. I mean, you still have Endo, right? Endo is probably the best closer in the league for me.
A lot of people saying Soboslai should drop deeper as well. You know what I mean?
And he can. I mean,
but you see, that's the point I was trying to get at. So if Soboslai drop deeper, that's a rotation for Mac Allister. That's a rotation for Gravenberch. I saw a comment. You're right. Grav can't play 75 games again. So having a Wirtz, Soboslai can drop there. That's how Gravenberch gets some rest in his legs. Yes, Mac Allister can also pivot up.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? In moments if Wirtz needs a break. So, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like the striker piece for me, I don't want to say it's irrelevant, because if Jones is going to stick around, Jones have to find his way in one of those rotation. And when people talk about buying players, like I said, I've never been that type of guy, because I'm always, when I open my cupboard, I don't see what's not in it. I only see what's in it. So Besechic's coming back. I don't want to say I rate him higher than Jones, but he looked like he have something that we don't have. Overseas flair. It's something about him.
Spanish boy.
Jones is good and reliable. I rate Jones. He's good. He's reliable. We need to get him into that rotation, and he needs to be more effective whenever he's given the opportunity.
It's a ball hugging in it, man. Just pass the damn ball.
Yeah, just move it. You know what I'm saying? Just move the pie around, man. So we have that going. Now, if the wingers, you know what I like to see? I like to see more midfielders scoring headers.
Because we got tall midfielders. We got Szoboszlai and Graf.
That's what I would like to see, midfielders running in there and scoring headers. I know Szoboszlai had a few where it didn't quite come off, not like it didn't score, but in games like I've seen the attempts.
Zabiri, sorry to interrupt, bro. Is that a thing of the past nowadays? You don't see a lot of that.
Headers.
Yo, Fuzzy, that's what I'm trying to talk to you about. My preference. My preference is, bro, that used to be fire. A midfielder running in and knocking one in. You're like, oh my God.
It's true. It's true, man. I miss that.
We need that. And I feel like that's what now I'm catching you guys' attention. I feel like that's what Slot's trying to recreate. Because remember, he said he wants Szoboszlai on the end of things. He wants Szoboszlai score more. And then a couple games after that, you know who got a header from open play in the box? It was Szoboszlai. Only remember if it scored.
Mac Allister did that Everton as well.
Yeah, you see what I'm trying to say? Elliott ain't that type of midfielder. Jones, I don't trust Jones to go 50-50 for a header in the box. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying I don't trust him. You see what I'm saying? I can see Wirtz doing that.
Yeah.
So
that answer, Uncle Albert, I guess that answers your question, because that number 10 spot is going to be between them two, which Wirtz will be the first option.
Wirtz can play on the left as well.
And you know what? After seeing him in Germany, I don't want to see him in left side.
No.
Stay in number 10 or false 9. That's it.
Yo, we're sleeping on Mac Allister in the 10, you know.
Yeah,
that's been the sleeper for years.
Man, I don't want no man tell me the order of number 10 until 5 games pass next season. I don't think we know the order, because I don't want no man disrespecting Mac Allister talking about it's worse than Szoboszlai. Nah, fam, you got to call Mac Allister. Did you not see Mac Allister in the 10 in the second half of the season, fam? So we're just gonna act like this didn't happen a couple months ago. So record signing player, just wipe that from your memory.
But you know, people like new shiny things.
Because I need to know what number he gets. That's what's making me lose sleep.
I think they say 20. It's gonna be his Origi's number.
No, Origi was 27.
Yeah, 27. Yeah. Who's 27 now?
There ain't. I don't think there is.
There is no
Nunes when he first came in, and Bobby was there.
Yeah, he took that. Yeah, nobody.
So because the 10,
damn, are we stripping Diaz? Are we stripping Darwin? But we ain't stripping Mac Allister. You ain't getting 10 off.
No, he's not getting the 10. He's not getting the 10. He already said it.
You know, guys. You know, with Mac Allister, yeah. Why don't people talk about him in such a way? Am I the only one that thinks this guy? You know, you don't win Premier League titles without these type of players. If you look at Man City, like David Silvers, you know, you look at Man United, Paul Scholes, these type of players are the reason you win titles. And I don't think people talk about Mac Allister that way, which is strange, man. This guy...
Yeah, I talk about him, and that's why I'm trying to bring that up.
Yeah, he's always available, and he's a fantastic player, man. And I don't think people look into what Mac Allister does, you know, overall kind of play, how it impacts the team. I don't think people look into that, because we talk about certain players everywhere else, like Salah and, you know, Gravenberch and all that stuff, but I don't hear a lot from Mac Allister.
Actually, I'm gonna give a few people, won't name them, but I'm gonna give a few people their credit. The reason why people are fixated on a DM, Fozzie, is to free up Mac Allister. So if you're on that same boat, now you're gonna have to go the other side, because you said you're not interested in the DM. But the only reason,
for now,
but the only reason people want the DM is to free Mac Allister. They feel like he's tied there. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if you're on the Mac Allister train as well, unfortunately, Fozzie, that means you're on the DM train. I know you say you wasn't, but that's the only reason. No. I'm not trying to convince you. You can say that. I just want you to know the only reason people want a DM is to release Mac Allister.
Man, the guy.
You see what I'm trying to say? So
yeah, I know what I'm saying. He's amazing, man.
You can make a decision now or think about it, but the only reason people want a DM is to release the Mac Allister.
But I'm not going to go out of it, but I understand what he's saying.
But I believe that this year, Mac Allister is probably going to prove why people think he's going to go to Madrid.
He's got a long-term contract, mate. You know what I mean? I don't feel.
Yo, Quasi. Listen. Bro.
No, I understand. I'm just saying.
What you talking about? Yo, let's not talk about it.
And I'll tell you why.
Nah, I'm not here for this, man. Listen, mate.
I will tell you why.
Quasi, I'll jump off the screen, you know, bro. I'm not here. Bro, I'm not here for that.
I apologize. Allow me to finish. The reason why
Quasi, man. Yo, switch the topic, fam. Next topic, bro. Nah, man. Yeah, next topic, bro.
No, he's gonna ball. I'm basically saying he's gonna ball out because
okay, then say that.
He's gonna ball out.
Please.
He's gonna ball out. And this is the thing that I guess some people is back to what Zuberi was saying, that people think we need an out and out destroyer because that will free him and that will also free who's gonna play number 10, right? Because then now they don't have to worry about always running back because we have a destroyer who's sitting right in front of the two center backs. The reason why Mac Allister, a lot of times, and there's people in the chat who have criticized Mac Allister, they didn't even realize his contribution on the defensive side of things. That's why a lot of times people don't give him his credit because he's doing both sides of the football game. We see Szoboszlai because he runs a lot.
See, that's the thing right there.
You see what I mean?
Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Trent. I'm telling you. The freedom that we're going to be given Wirtz, Mac Allister has never had that freedom.
And that's what basically I was saying. And I think Wirtz will allow him.
Had that, bro. Do you know Mac Allister? Man said the handbrake on. Bro, they took 2 of the wheels off and he's still drifting. They took 2 wheels off this guy and he's still drifting.
Oh,
but that's what Arne Slot has to fix this summer.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't think it's fair for Mac Allister to watch a new player coming in. I know the money don't really mean nothing, but it definitely brings the talk. But for a guy like Mac Allister to be shackled in that way, like I said, I'm not on the DM train and nothing like that because sometimes it goes back to my first point about the manager understanding and standing on business. If that makes him want to leave in the future, it's fine. But bro, you are pivotal for playing deep. And you're pivotal for going forward. So therefore, starting you in a double pivot is the best move. Now, if that allows me to get a world-class guy like Wirtz up top and have him do the freedom thing, if you can just continue, if Mac Allister continue to do what he's doing now, I think we'll still be great and we'll still dominate. But if Mac Allister get a little itchy and want to be on like a Messi level where it's him, then yeah, Quasi, what you're trying to say might actually happen because
that's
way more than what we're using him for.
That is my thing. He should not be out. He should not be out here getting bullied, being run over by these monsters in the midfield. That's not his game. That should not be happening.
To be fair, though, Mac Allister can't be battling Newcastle type of midfielders.
You saw what happened when That's not his bag. You saw what Joe Linton was doing to him.
Oh man,
that's not his bag.
That's not his bag. And even Bruno is that type of guy. Bruno is the guy where you let him play that style of play.
You see a different Mac Allister, though. What if he respects Slot because he got the Premier League? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to Slot.
Then guess what?
Come out with the Shaqiri taps and that. Nah, because you know he got that little bum move that you know.
No, he does.
You know what I'm saying? He's intelligent. He might learn that part of the game, you know. And then he's gonna be
but that's scary. But that's scary because that's scary, Zuberi, because then man them in that white shirt to be like, yo, that's what we missing.
Oh no, Real Madrid, please.
Yo, Quasi, yo, big up yourself. Please. Quasi, I'm out of here,
man. No, I'm just saying, be careful. Be careful what we wish for.
Nah, man.
Because this guy, you said he's intelligent. He is intelligent, and I don't want him to go anywhere. Because World Cup, watch how he plays for World Cup. He does exactly the same thing. He is the best player in Argentina right now.
I can't lose it, Mac Allister, man.
I don't want to
I
lose.
can't think about that right now.
I mean,
I think this is
we're going for
premature.
Champions League and Premier League.
This is very
Mac Allister
premature.
is not the guy you lose, my friend.
But anyway, moving on. We can't be talking about that. Zuberi said he thinks that we should move on from the striker. I think Isak.
It's not necessarily like what I think. It's just I've seen the first tactics we've seen from the man was without one.
Without
I know
that,
some
I
of it was
agree.
away, but the fact that
But even
one of the first tactics we saw from him, like his own tactics, was the 4-2-4. We're like, yo, what the hell is this?
And he did the same thing with when we played Manchester at the Old Trafford. He came off as a 4-2-3-1, but then Mac Allister. So Bosley was always with the front.
Yeah. It's a 4-2-4. I mean, it's almost like a 4-2-4. I call it a 4-2-2-2. It's just like. So that's what I think he'll run, man. And so it's 4-2-4, but I think he might try to tweak it into like a 4-2-2-2 type of vibes because the back four, like a Frimpong and whoever the other dude is, can always maraud up and down the wing. So I think he'll kind of keep it narrow and leave that space for them, man. And then the first two, the two holding midfielders will kind of drop in and help out the center backs. Like I really think that's his tactics. You see what I'm trying to say? I don't think it's going to be like a 4-2-4 where the front four is like really
flat
wide.
4-2-4.
I think he'll tuck them in.
Salah and Gakpo.
Salah and Gakpo can tuck in because Gakpo plays there as well.
And
Gakpo plays there as well.
Yeah. I talked about today.
But quick question: do you guys like Salah on the chalk line, or do you want him more tucked in?
You see the edge of the 18, the opposition 18. You see that line right there. If Salah is there and Gakpo's there, and you have Frimpong and whoever the left guy is out wide, that's a problem, mate. Think about it. Because you know who's behind that four. And listen to the four. The two fullbacks, Salah and Gakpo. Behind them is potentially Wirtz, Szoboszlai, or Wirtz and Mac Allister. And then behind that you have Graves or Mac Allister again.
Yeah. No, that midfield is going to be nasty. I don't care who the rotation
All
itself.
I'm saying to you, man, is where do you put the striker? That's why I don't think one is needed. Where because Gakpo can whip one from that corner of the 18 to lock in as well.
But this is the thing.
Where do you put the striker?
This is the thing.
Nunes is lost on the pitch. Excuse me for cutting you off. Do you know Nunes don't know where he should be? You know why?
True. That's why he runs back so much.
It's not built for you.
Nah.
It's not built for a striker.
I don't know about that. But
no, I mean that's a different way of thinking on it. But
where's Isak gonna be?
But Isak he can also play the two.
No, I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm just saying where is he gonna be when Salah is on one side of the 18-yard box, Gakpo's on the other side. Behind them, it's Wirtz and Szoboszlai. Behind that is Mac Allister and Gravenberch. And then you got the wing backs out wide. Where's your striker? Just standing in front of the goalkeeper?
Extra player, isn't it? You're talking about an extra player.
No, but I'm just trying to show you, like, if you should move one out the way, who would you sacrifice? Because the way I break that down, that looks sexy, man. I'm not sacrificing Gakpo position. I'm not sacrificing Gakpo. I'm not sacrificing Wirtz or Szoboszlai to then do that. Nah.
But then this is the thing,
built for a striker.
True, but this manager is known to be versatile where he changes formations.
That's his formation. I just gave you his formation.
No, yeah, but we've seen that he plays 4-2-3-1 also very well. The problem is we didn't have a good striker.
Quasi, it's just the players he has. So he has to just work with that. That's the player he inherited. The 4-3-3, the 4-2-3-1. That's what he inherited. Now he's building his own thing. I'm telling you, he's building what I just explained. He's what he's trying to build.
But the thing is, Zuberi, it can't be every game, innit? That's why you still need a striker.
Yeah, I hear that still,
you got to rotate the team.
You know what's crazy? I could be wrong here. I feel like this man will bring back the whole 4-4-2 on us, you know.
You know what?
But that formation falls into a 4-4-2. That formation falls into a 4-4-2.
Yes, don't tell me about no one striker, because I guarantee you his two strikers still be Gakpo and Salah. Bro, this man don't overcomplicate things. I'm telling you this right now. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
big up to LFC history. Big up to my LFC history. Thank you for coming through.
4-2-2-2. Like,
hit the like, subscribe. Yeah, no, I mean, you have, me and Fuzzy, we have gone into the Isak realm and the Alvarez realm. You have brought us
on your dream. I just don't want you, man, to say FSG out because you didn't get the.
Oh, no. I mean,
We don't get it. We don't get it. We don't get it.
No.
Listen, I'll forgive it.
Nah, because I know some fans are, they don't get their one player
man.
and they throw everything out the window. What?
Yeah.
Gee, he ain't signed my striker. And it's like, just calm down, man. Maybe next season.
But the thing is, I think Isak is Liverpool's number one target. Alvarez is also up there. After that, there's nobody. You have, like you said, you have to go to the average.
Target? We got the number one target. So you're telling me Isak is
No. But Zuberi, the sources are telling me Liverpool are going for 3 big players.
Wake up, man. I'm gonna snap my finger. You're gonna wake up.
Zuberi, the sources have been right.
Number one target. Our number one target was to replace Trent, bro. We got that. That's number one. Number two,
we got him a long time ago. That one was.
But the number one target. That's number one.
I'm talking about striker. Striker.
Number 3 is Kirkes. So the striker is like 4th target, man.
Okay. So the number one 4th target.
You said it's Isak. Your source says the number one 4th target is Isak.
Because, like you said, the striker poll is poor. There's literally like 4 of them, right? And then after that, there's a big drop, and then you have the average, and then after that, another big drop. Then you have the meaty, and then after that, there's the. I don't want to mention any names, but if we were to go the route that you're talking about, then that means we have to give Diaz another contract.
Not necessarily. Because, like I said, Gakpo is gonna end up inside. So Wirtz can do that inside piece. Jones can do that inside piece. The inside piece is not necessarily a striker. I don't know if Diaz survives on that inside piece. So I'm saying, he's fluent. He's techie. He can do some little link up and all that stuff, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't think. Like Diaz is, I'm not saying surplus to requirement. I rate Diaz, but I'm just talking from like the way I see Slot moving, and I trust his movement in some regards. Not necessarily. If Diaz wants to leave, I don't think we'll try to stop him and convince him of anything, man. If that's what he feels, if you don't feel like there's a place for him in there, I don't think we'll force it, bro, because we have good pieces in there. Like I said, the Nunez's, the Jota. Robbo, there's a lot of players from where I'm standing I deem surplus to requirements because of the way he wants to play.
Right.
Now, you're on the Robbo train, yeah? Okay.
To be honest, if he stays, I wouldn't bat an eye. Yeah. I'm going to be honest.
Because I'm one of those people saying, like, let the guy keep his legacy and just let him go now, man, instead of like keeping him around.
Yeah, well don't pull back this stream. Don't pull back this stream from when I first jumped in.
This guy jumped in. He wanted him out. He wanted to what's it called? Thanos snap him. It's like, I don't want to see his face. I don't want to see his number.
Hey, let have a blink this stream back. I mean, if you want to have a good laugh, you can pull it back.
I love the guy, but sometimes in life, like the sentimentality needs to disappear, man. Like we've got to move forward, man. We need to win, man. It's about winning now. Like let's get back to winning, man.
I even put a severance package on the table for him earlier in the stream.
No comment.
Oh my God! And then people get upset when Trent wants to leave. Just Liverpool fans, man. You know what I mean? But I mean, we are on the right track right now. Liverpool, I think we are that club. We are him in terms of the way. And actually, Zuberi, I haven't gotten your side on it. How Liverpool was able to pull Wirtz, and I'll give credit to Anfield Irishman. He said, Liverpool are getting the players that City used to get, and City is getting the players that Liverpool used to get.
Ooh, that's dope. That's dope.
That is dope, man.
You see what I mean?
You know why it's dope? There's
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oftentimes, if you time it right, when you push something, it's gonna come back this way. If you try to push it too early, you're just gonna stop the momentum or hurt yourself. But if you wait till it comes all the way back and push it at the right time, you get a little bit more force. And I think it's just the way the thing it pan out. So
and don't forget,
City was due for a rebuild, and they've been failing like other managers to get the timing of their rebuild right and setting it up. Slot came in at the perfect time.
Yes,
the perfect time, meaning City ran out of steam, so they need that rebuild. If Slot never won the Premier League, City would have had that opportunity to grab like a Wirtz for their rebuild. But because we won the Prem now, City's on a rebuild. We don't know what that rebuild looks like. No one knows what that looks like. And we've seen a new manager coming and building, and he's building off a trophy in the first season. That's where you rebuild from.
Right.
That's where you rebuild from. You see, when we won the league, Klopp was interested in anybody because he didn't want to upset the friendship, and the lads are good and the lads can go again. And he wants to triple down and put 20 extra on the midfield with the legs gone. That's what Pep did. Pep basically tripled down on legs. He deemed surplus to requirement. Those tired legs went to Barca, and he put another extra 20 on Gundogan coming back. Bro, are you serious? Talk about losing your marbles.
Yeah.
You said man was done. He left being done. And then you're going to bring an extra 20 on him coming back
and destroy his legacy. You know what I mean? Now they want him out, the fans. You know what I mean? So it's weird.
For me, I think you said the Irishman said that. Yeah, nah, big him up. I think it's a good
big
thing.
up.
We pulled that player because I don't want to say players didn't want to come because of Klopp. But players didn't want to come because of the environment Klopp created. And it's a slide on Klopp. It's not rewriting history. We didn't necessarily had the best front three player for player, but as a unit, we had the best front three. So even if you as a player was better than one of those players, you know you couldn't get in. Like Neymar, no, he couldn't come in and take Mane's spot. Like that's what Klopp created. The Brexit midfield from Klopp.
Salute
for that.
Even if you were a better player individually, player for player, you still knew Klopp ain't up in Brexit for you. So because of what Klopp built, it definitely turned a lot of players off.
That was the same problem.
Not in a bad way, but in one of those respectful way. Like
right. Wasn't it? Spurs had the same problem. Who are you bringing in to be behind Kane?
You see what I'm trying to say? So it's not like Klopp did a bad thing. Sometimes you're the victim of your own success. Klopp said it all the time. So because what he built was so good in its own unique way, even if player for player they didn't match up, you still weren't getting in ahead of that player. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we weren't able to pull those type of players. Like Wirtz coming in, he might play second fiddle to Henderson.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, yo, but I'm a better player than Henderson. But yeah, but Henderson run the tactics. You see what I'm trying to say? So now that Klopp is gone, the rebuild is definitely on. A lot of players was looking at Liverpool thinking like, damn, I'd love to be over there. But they know there was no space. Werner said, yo, I'm not coming here to sit on the bench. Because he know he would have the whole bench for Bobby.
Yep.
And in his mind, he's like, bro, I can cook this up better than Bobby. And he probably would have. But he's just like, I don't want to risk it. So I felt like what Klopp had while he had it, as much as a lot of players respected it and wanted to be a part of it, they know coming here and being a part of it would have been a long day, bro. And they're like, yo, I'll just go over here where it's guaranteed. Now that Klopp's left, bro, I feel like any player we whistle at right now is jumping. It's jumping. The only thing that will stop us is the club wanting a specific amount of money. And right now, I won't even believe money wasn't a problem.
I've been saying it. I've been saying it because when the previous manager wanted more money to buy certain players, he was giving the money. We spent 77 million on Nunes. And we could have gotten Isak for about 60. Remember when he said, I don't want any center back except Virgil? And
yo, hold on a second. Let me address something real quick. Yo, also, Bone, let me show you something, bro, because I feel like ever since Bayesian Pops, all of what he's saying. I felt like since Bayesian Pops brought up this history revisionism thing, you man are running with it and not really paying attention. Bro, when all of those players that you listed sign up, Brexit midfield was done, fam.
They were done.
They were done. I'm not revising history. I'm giving it to you in the facts, bro. Klopp should have left before his rebuild, but he said, yo, let me stop and rebuild this thing. And then he left 1 year after his rebuild. So Slot basically pulled up the team when the team is in his rebuilding stage. It's a good place to pick the team up, but it's not revising history. It's not revising history. It's a facts. Name me a player that wanted to come here when the Brexit midfield was there. Name me a player that wanted to come here when we had the front three. I'm not revising history. We all said it. We had this conversation. We had the conversation. We had it then, and I'm bringing it back up now. I'm not revising history. It's all facts. What do you mean you gave me facts? Bro, the midfield was dead Dead. What did we finish that season? When Klopp said, "Yo, I'm gonna trust the midfield."
5th.
The midfield was dead. Fab's legs was gone. Genie had left. Henderson was losing his place to Harvey Elliott. Am I revising history? No, am I revising history? Or you, man, just wanted to make
He's talking about because we brought in VVD and Ali. VVD and Ali was the building of that project that Zuberi is talking about. When the project ended, those players
couldn't kick 60 minutes of football. What are we talking about? I'm not revising history. You mean gave me facts? Mac Allister came in 2 seasons ago. I'm not talking about 2 seasons ago. I'm talking about 4 or 5 seasons ago when Warnock went to Chelsea. I'm not revising history. We think history is 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like the fact that you might know what revisionist history is, but no, I'm not revising it. I'm just speaking it as it is.
Fazzy, you have any point on that?
Man, I'm not involved.
Nah, man, because these men learn one word and they'll just hashtag the word for 4 years. Allow it, man. You know I'm kicking
people. I think in the way he's mentioned things, he's thinking that we could not get players, but these players came in under Klopp. That's not what Zuberi is saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's not what he's saying.
That's my point, Quasi. That's my point.
Yeah,
because they know the phrase revisionist history. Anytime you talk about something in the past, that those 2 words come to their mind.
Right.
It's like, no, bro, when we're talking about the past, just listen to what people are saying. I'm not saying we couldn't sign certain players. I'm not saying certain players were uninterested. All I'm saying is, bro, back then, Brexit midfield, we're not trading it for no one. The front 3 we had was rivaling Barcelona front 3, fam.
Oh, we cooked PSG. Who did PSG? Mbappe and Neymar.
Bro,
what did we do?
What we had was cooking, fam. Bro, and I felt like that is the difference between then and now. Right now, we're in the perfect stage of our rebuild because Klopp literally rebuilt the midfield. He really did. So City now is doing that.
You're doing the same thing right now.
Yeah, they're buying those kinds of midfielders.
Bro, remember, bro, what is it? 3 seasons ago, we came 5th when Klopp said, "Nah, trust these players," and the players let him down. And then he's like, "Shit, I can't leave now." And then he stayed an extra year and rebuilt the midfield. That's the best thing he could have did. That's not revising history. That's how it happened.
Nah, some people
if
like
I'm lying,
to
tell me where I'm lying.
No, it's very. This is the thing. Remember when we were talking about Robbo, let's we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get to his number, we act like it never existed. That's how some people think. They think like, oh, Klopp won this, won this.
History. No, I'm just calling past history events the way it was. I'm not revising it.
The same thing happened with the center backs. The same thing happened with the center backs.
Center backs, fam.
Same thing happened with the center backs.
FSG for not investing when we had 6 center backs. Why would I buy 7 center backs? Why would I buy a 7th one? There's no point. It's not revising history. It's just calling the history as it happened. Your manager doubled down. Well, he quadrupled down on the midfield. The midfield failed him. And he was supposed to leave then. And he said, nope, I'm not leaving. And he rebuilt the midfield.
Remember he brought Artur Melo?
Bro, how many minutes did Artur Melo play? 15 minutes. Allow me.
Exactly. What's the name? Hassan Bose, this is exactly what we said. You are talking a different point. Your point is saying that we could not sign world-class players. That's not what Zuberi is saying. Zuberi is saying the system that Klopp, remember Klopp used to be called the system manager. Liverpool's a system club. That system that he built, even if you bring Messi sit on the bench because there's no way we sitting.
Bro, we're not sacrificing.
We're not sacrificing Salah for Messi. There's no way. Yeah, it may be out of what I said. Using
and
Messi.
FYI, City have no interest in none of the players we bought. That is the question Quasi's talking about. We're getting the players City would have bought, and they're getting the players we would have bought back then. That's the conversation. You man just heard revisionist history just burn into your brain. Nah, pay attention to the conversation, man. The conversation is City had no interest in them players. And if you're Wirtz, why would you go to City? Does that look like an exciting project?
By the way, Red Marauder, that's the point that we've been talking. He was offered Bruno from Newcastle and he chose not to get
Enzo. And
he was offered Enzo and he didn't choose him. That is what we're talking about. Pop, you know choosing Messi over your boy Salah. So stop it. You not choosing Messi over your boy Salah. So just stop it.
Yeah, nah, I ain't going front. Remember Salah first season, second season, first season when he was just batting up the place. It was like, yo, Salah is tearing it up. Bro, it was him and Messi, bro. And he went to what? Back-to-back Champions League final? Where was Messi? What was Messi doing? No disrespect to Messi, but what was Messi doing in them days? Man went to PSG, bro. Man went to PSG.
He ran to PSG after what Salah did to him. After what Salah did to him, he ran to PSG to go play with Mbappe and Neymar. What are you talking about?
He's going to bring the first Champions League. Look who won the Champions League.
Exactly. He took the mic and Salah snatched it from him.
Unbelievable, that one.
Actually, it's a crazy tangent. But anyway, big up your man in the chat.
No, the chat. Yeah, this is a good conversation.
Red Marada, 12th man, I see you there.
12th man is in the building.
Big up yourself. There's another guy there. Big up Tron. Big up yourself, man. Hey, thanks for jumping in, man. Jesus Christ, man. Albert. Uncle Albert.
You're being ridiculous.
Yeah, I did the 23andMe, fam.
Pops, you breaking your conversation to we were fine. But this is a good conversation. We love you guys. But yeah, I mean, Fuzzy, what do you have? What you got thinking that? Because I don't want to bring Bones' thing. He said he doesn't agree with what Irishman we are getting City players and City. I'm sorry, Bones. Kirkers, City wanted him. City, remember when KDB, we knew he was retiring. The whole world said Pep is gonna get Wirtz.
Wirtz, yeah, they said that. This is the player they wanted.
That's the play. That's the guy who's gonna replace KDB.
Yes.
And Liverpool doesn't have the facility.
We don't have the pool.
We don't have the pool. Yeah. Liverpool don't have the pool. We don't have. What's a gal's favorite word? Liverpool doesn't have the facility to pull a player like Wirtz.
There you go.
So I'm just trying to figure out.
Have you seen what he said recently? He said, "Yeah, Liverpool is overpaying for him now."
Yeah.
And then also now, this is what the rival fans are doing. Well, how many goals he's gonna bring? His GAs has to be more than what Salah did. I'm like, come on, people.
No, but the reality is, man, when you're rebuilding, and that's what we've been doing on the club, and that is the legacy of Klopp. And I think that's what Pops was saying earlier in the chat. Big up yourself, Pops. One manager built the infrastructure, and then the other manager reaped the benefit.
That's exactly.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's what I was trying to get you to understand, Fuzzy, not to bring the debate back. What we were resurrecting a sleeping giant. You see what I'm trying to say? Klopp said that as well. Yeah. We were resurrecting a sleeping giant. So it took us a couple seasons to clear. You know what I'm saying? It took us a couple seasons to get it right. You know what I mean? And finally got it right. And unfortunately for City, they were never a giant. They just came up and
they just had steroids.
They went to party, but guess what? At the end of every party, the sun comes up.
Yep.
And Liverpool is that sun, and we're here. So City got to rebuild.
And guess what? Pep is not going to be here after this coming year. He's gone.
Well, you saying Linda's taking over in that?
I'm just saying. Pep.
You better want to talk about a snake. Yeah.
Brother. Hang on. There you go. There's a snake.
Yeah, I got
it ready for you. Don't worry.
Yo, you want to talk about a snake, bro? I'll never disrespect a Liverpool player and calling them snake. I don't care if they go to Man United or City. But you see the coaching staff. Oh, well, you see the coaching staff.
He said, "I don't want to coach
anywhere." The man that
know
the measurements to the doors in that.
Yeah.
The man that wrote all the books down, the play-by-plays in that, and then made profit off of it.
That brother said, I'm never coaching in England.
Bro, Linda's, remember, we questioned his snakeness before when he dropped the book. Yeah. I'm like, yo, fam, what's up with this book? Are you strapped for cash? Because I felt like if he sent a GoFundMe, every Liverpool fan would have tapped him up. I don't even know what his book's selling for. But I tell you right now, in an alternate universe, if Linders was at Liverpool as the number 2, holding it down and started a GoFundMe, I felt like every Liverpool fan would have topped up that GoFundMe more than his book sales. I'm willing up, bro. I'm just saying. That's how much we would have supported the guy. But he was like, nah, let me get these P's on the side and drop the book. Bro, we would have paid you, would have topped you up. Just put the GoFundMe out. would have supported him. Yeah. Then man dropped the play. Then man said he's him. And then man took the back door into City. Bro, remember Arteta offered him the number 2 as well. And he was like,
yeah, he wanted him.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not going to play number 2 to a number 2.
Wow.
So then he went and played number 2 to the man that Arteta played number 2 to. Because he couldn't cut it as a manager. You know,
but I have a question, though. I'm going to be the devil advocate here. The fact that these managers, supposedly they are our rivals, going after this guy, is he good? Is he that good? I'm just asking.
Quasi, you know what it is?
I'm just asking.
Like
are they trying to get tactics?
No, Quasi. It's like a sexy chick, bro. You know what you go for and why you go for it. Listen to me carefully. You know what you go for and why you go for it.
Yeah.
If you're going for morals, principles, and a wife, certain places you don't look for that, do you?
True.
So I don't think they want him for the longevity because he's gonna get a number 2 trophy over there. Just using him, fam. Remember, he left to be a first team coach, and then you're back to being a number 2. That means you ain't it. That's like you went to get married, and then all of a sudden you're going back to 304. It means you ain't it. Don't tell me your husband is the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. You can't handle first team coach. You left talking big chest. Yeah, I'm him. Wrote the book. Yeah, look me up. Google me. I'm a head coach status. And you can't cut his head coach. So now you're running back to number 2. And the guy you're going number 2 to was your arch rival.
Man. Madness.
Bro, you're better off following Klopp and being Klopp's assistant in the new role Klopp is in.
Exactly.
You might as well just kiss the ring and be like, yo, Klopp, thank you for what you've done for me. Bro, you go for... That's crazy work.
That's crazy, though. That's crazy
work, bro. You went from second coach, first team, back to second coach, and the second
actually
coach
he was the
man that was whooping your ass.
For how many years, Zubiri? For how many years? I mean,
bro, he was there for 4 good years. Come and runner up to this guy, and then you're like, yo, you can't beat him, join him.
He put a KD on us, huh?
Idiots, man.
Man said you can't beat him, join him, fam.
No, but Luminos, big up yourself. Big up. Thank you for coming through the Liverpool channel, Newcastle. No, I mean, listen. Now that Liverpool has pulled this worst deal, you know how everybody's quiet because they know we have money. If anybody's been watching my show, I've kept saying there's 3 big players they want. They possibly will get 2. Now you hear Joyce also posted it yesterday saying that they're going to go for more signings and it has nothing to do with selling or what, sell to buy or whatever, how people want to do it. So now the 150 doesn't scare us.
Wait,
sorry,
Newcastle. Before you get off on that, I gotta jump, but I just gotta know something, bro.
Yeah.
Because Red Marauder is saying exactly what I was thinking before I jump out.
Yeah.
So Linda's come back, bro. And is just watching Liverpool win trophies. What is he gonna do? Just write another book about how he envisioned this happening? well, like, I don't get it, bro. Why do you go to City, bro? Did he reapply and so it was like
no? I kind of agree with the last sentence that
none of them is what I'm saying. Linda's was never it, but he wrote a book to beef up himself like he was it. Because if you're it, you don't need to write a book.
Nope.
You wait till you're done, then you're right.
You see what I'm saying?
But the question is, we also have to question Klopp. Why you allowed that to happen?
No. I respect Klopp, bro. What's for yours is for yours, bro. Somebody want to leave, let them leave, bro. Like you don't try to. Yeah.
No, not for him to leave. Write in the book.
No, bro, you can't stop that. Cause if me and you want to write a book about how I'm crazy and I got hunting shit and I'll be doing my life, I can't stop you, bro. That's your perspective. That's not revisionist history. That's your vision. That's you being on the side. No, cause if you're on the sidelines, seeing all the antics I'm doing, you're like, nah, I got to write a book about this.
That's me selling you out. No, selling you out.
We want me to make you sign an NDA?
Nah, we sign NDA when we done.
Nah, so now look like Diddy with a bunch of NDAs running around.
Zubair, you are a military person. You don't write a book while you are in the military. So when you leave the military, then you write. And even then, you ask permission to make sure that everything you put in does not affect the national security.
It's called free speech, man. It's called free speech, man.
Then become a reporter. Then tell him to become a reporter. Then write all the books you want.
Maybe when City fails a couple times, he'll realize his best action is to be a pundit since he got so many takes to put in a book.
Nah, man. Then that's why big up to them, man. People, please hit the like button. We try to get to 50 likes, man. We try to get to 50 likes. Everybody
anyway,
on
boys,
YouTube
I'm gonna have to
side.
jump out here.
Nah, Zuberi, respect, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in. Long time no see, but now we know that you and the Diddler are two separate people.
Hey, Quasi,
the rumors was getting too hot. That's all I'm saying. The rumors was getting too hot. Now we know you and the Diddler.
Listen, bro. You're the Quasler, man. You're the Quasler. Big up, yo, man. I might be you know a place real quick before I jump, because I don't know if I'm gonna hit you later.
Okay.
Turlock, California.
Turlock. That's Southern California area, right?
I don't know. I think they're saying it's like an hour from San Fran, 2 hours from San Jose.
Oh, yeah.
Turlock.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna pull up over there for Thanksgiving.
No. If you come in, then you pull up on me. Then we are right here. We are
Air Force link out there.
You know, California, you drive 3 hours and you are still in the Bay Area. So
yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna pull up in the winter because I hear it's gonna be nice weather out there. So
yes,
that's gonna be
the San Jose area is always nice. You know, they got.
I'm gonna hit up an Air Force base out there. So
yeah,
I'll give you the details, man. Friday.
Big up, brother. Thank you so much.
Gotta be FSG in, man. I'm gonna send you the spreadsheet.
I'll try. I'm gonna avoid it.
But now, big up and great points.
Big up, man. Thank you,
boys. Big up the chat. Chat was solid.
Big up.
Watch yourself.
I know Pops chose Messi over Salah, man. I thought you were. Nah, man, he's Pops right now. I don't want to listen to you about Salah anymore, man. You chose Messi over Salah, man.
Say it again. Watch yourself. It's revisionist history and all of that crap. Poisoning the fan base. You know, I'm seeing you, Pop. Watch yourself. Love
yeah. Big up. Man, people in the chat, man. Thank you so much, man. Like I said in the beginning of the show, this was going to be a great show, and it's only a great show if you guys participate, and everybody participate today. And then also, Fuzzy, thank you for coming through, man, because we needed that other side of the, of the argument.
Yeah, man.
We needed that. And I'm glad you came in. Yeah. Hit the likes, like Don is saying, man. Big up to everybody who came in. So yeah, the Robbo situation. Let's recap. Big up to Pops and people, please. Belgian Red TV. That's the other family. This is our other family. Please go subscribe, and they got big shows coming up. People who don't like Trent, Bonds had a big rant on that. So go listen to it.
Oh, it was big, man.
That guy was upset. He was upset. Bonds, you were upset that the man doesn't learn Spanish. I just want you to think about it. The man does speak Spanish. We don't know whether he used to speak Spanish. How do you think he communicates with Nunes? Nunes don't speak English. Diaz speaks minuscule of English. But I'm just saying, though, big up to you. But to recap, we did talk about the Robbo situation. Wirtz, we're gonna say Wirtz medical is coming soon. We didn't even talk about that. We just went straight to tactics on how he fits into Liverpool. And then, of course, everybody knows my bias, Isak, on my left from the TV or right, depending on where you're watching from. He's an Alvarez person. You saw what his point that he made, which is a valid point. If we are supposed to go to that 4-2-2-2-2 or 4-2-4 formation, Alvarez is probably the preferable player.
Yeah.
So
that's what I didn't understand. Like, he was talking about a player that suits to that position from what he was saying. And I said, there's no one else that suits what you're saying than Alvarez. So he should have really understood. I think he did understand, but he was more of not spending money when you got players already there. You know what I mean? He's never going to say no if Alvarez comes in, like, can't play there. So that's the way he's taking that one. But I honestly think, bro, we need a striker. We have to have a striker. We got to take the burden off the rest of the players. If you want to be, consistently winning trophies, when the iron is hot, get those players through the door, man. Because we're in the, at the moment, Quasi, we're out of every other club, probably in world football, you could say, apart from PSG, probably, we're in the best position. So
PSG is that team. Yeah, that's true. You are 1,000%. And this is the best time to get everybody before World Cup start.
Yes.
Usually it's not, because players want to play, so they want to be where they are, so they get more playing time.
Yeah.
But this year is different. A lot of clubs are. Real Madrid are rebuilding in a certain way.
Yeah.
City rebuilding. PSG, you're right. They're fine. Bayern is rebuilding. Players don't want to go to Bayern.
No.
Nico Williams is choosing Barcelona over a company, and company just won the league.
He hasn't got the pull power, man.
He doesn't have the pull power, right? So this is the best time, and
Kwasi, you got to learn from the season we won the league. Of course, there was pandemic and all that stuff. What happened to us after that? We didn't really progress, did we? That was the problem in that season. After that season,
when we won the Champions League,
there's no pandemic or anything like that. We have to progress.
We don't have any facilities that we are remodeling
up in the stadium or
everything has to go into the money. And one thing also that I want people to don't get into this idea of we have to sell to buy. Liverpool can chew gum and still buy new players. I've seen some people posting in there, we have to get no. Arne Slot, Edwards, one thing that Edwards is really good at, and I believe Hughes, we always forget who Hughes is there. Richard Hughes is like a carbon copy of who Edward is.
Yeah.
These people are direct. They will let you know, maybe find a new club, or you are one of our people.
Yeah.
And the players that needs to go, they already told them. Yeah. And Liverpool's already looking at players that they're going to replace them with. Now, if they don't get him, then they will keep him.
That's one thing that's I looked at the other day, Kwasi, like in regards to this team, like with Marco Edwards and that. I was a big critic of them coming back. I thought they were part of that plan to move Klopp over.
Right.
But later I realized Klopp was a health reason that he chose not to obviously manage anymore. He hasn't managed since, so it must be a health reason. You look at this group. Before, when they were there the first time, it was all about everybody being like Liverpool. I mean, we're all following Liverpool's way of thinking, and that's the standards. The standard,
yeah.
We're back to doing that.
Again. We needed to.
What I've seen on social media, I'm sure you see that.
Yeah.
Is people saying Edwards is going to El Halal, and I said, hang on a second. Yeah. Why are you making up these stories like to disrupt?
They know he is the architect.
There you go, bro.
They know he's the architect.
So even the rivals are trying to disrupt our momentum. And what did we say last stream? The best medicine is silence.
Silence.
Let them do whatever they want to do.
They will come out with different stories.
Edwards is not going anywhere. He's in a high position.
Yeah.
That, he wanted all along. He's been waiting for. Don't forget, guys, he's been out of a job since the last time he left Liverpool.
People forget he's a part owner of FSG.
There you go. So I don't think it's a rival thing, man. Our rival fans are trying to disrupt us, so we get angry as usual and react to their, circus. I don't want to be part of that, man. Don't worry about Marco Edwards. This team, like Kwasi said, they are the standard, and they're gonna set the standards in the next few years. So just sit back, let things come to you, which is the league titles, the Champions Leagues, and we'll be laughing at everybody else, man. I'm done, arguing with people. You see me on Twitter now, you don't see me, man.
Yeah, I see you making fun of people talking about the Great Wall of Arsenal. No, this is the thing. The only way he leaves if the whole Saudi Arabia says he is going to be in charge of football for the whole nation.
Yeah.
Then you could be like, wow, that's a big, he's the FA.
Big money.
Big money. But just for one club, come on, Liverpool, Al Hilal. I'm sorry, but come on now. there's levels to
here, man. We've got a job to do here. That's dominating the next 5 to 6 years. So we've got a mission here, guys.
And that's the thing. So people, we got the money right now. That's why you see the Newcastle fan who came on says leave Isak out of this, because if it doesn't matter what the price is, and this is the part where also people, please pay attention. They started with how much did they say we got him for? 147 euros. They end up being way lesser than that. And then when things got boring, they started making up, he's gonna make 430,000 a week. Now it's way lesser than that. Don't listen until if you get the right sources. And I've been telling you guys, Fazi's been telling you guys, if those who've been following us recently, we've been saying the same thing, and sometimes we even stop talking about Wirtz because it was just repetitive of, oh, he's coming, he's so close, he's so close, he's so close. He said, where is the 150 million coming from, Isak? Brother, we got money.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. The same thing you guys said, how we gonna finance for Wirtz. What make you think that we can?
Newcastle are being salty, aren't they? They're being salty because they're the richest club in the world now. They're being
but
salty.
They can't spend their money.
Yeah. You can't spend your money, mate, but you have to sell now.
You gotta sell. So
to buy players, you have to sell.
And right now, a lot of fans are worried because they were like, actually, the first thing was, how did they get the money? Where Liverpool, we got money.
It's not just about money, it's where the club is at
the moment.
If the player pushes to leave, you can't stop him, man. The player is gonna leave. We experienced it. Every other club can experience it now.
He said, will you be okay with like of Osimhen? I'm not convinced with Osimhen. I don't know why I'm not. For some reason, I am not. I don't know. Maybe because I like Ghana Jollof.
A lot of money as well.
And too much money. Even though I'm out here saying that we got money, but it's just there's a hierarchy at Liverpool.
The wage is like 300 to 400 a week. Yeah, man.
And Wharton, if I'm Crystal Palace, I'm not selling Wharton. You're gonna be in Europe. Let him play. After
let
that,
him develop as a player.
Let him develop as a player. He hasn't developed. He had a lot of injuries.
You could buy him now, or for next
and keep
season.
Him there.
Yeah,
that's a shout. I'll do something like that.
Yeah,
buy him and let him stay for 1 year and then bring him, because that kid is going to he's a talent.
He's a proper DM, man.
He's
the way he dominated Man City's midfield in the FA Cup final just proves to me how good that guy is. Underrated, in my opinion. And he's got the world at his feet, man. He can, reach levels not many people can reach, man. He's very good.
Nah, man. Somebody say Alvarez hates England. He said, could LFC arrange Romero, Alvarez versus Robbo? And I don't see. The only time I'll feel like there's a swap coming with Alvarez is if Nunes goes the other way.
Yeah.
That's when I'll see that something like that.
News, Nunes is going to affect Madrid, then there's something going with Alvarez. But we've been hearing there's a back thing, things at the backs that's happening with either Alvarez or Isak. So we'll have to wait and see.
There's a striker coming. And yes, Zuberi did make a good point.
When they say Alex. Is Alex, yeah. I would love to know if that came out of Alvarez's mouth. Because people can make up stories to, for us not to sign a player. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to hear it from his mouth.
And he said Osimhen is number 2. I mean, we could have gotten him in January, but we chose not to. So that tells you that, yes, he may be on the list. I'm not saying he's not. But the way we moving,
he doesn't fit Liverpool. He
doesn't fit. That's what I'm saying.
We play.
He will do well at Newcastle. He will do well at Chelsea.
Tottenham
and right now, Tottenham is about to snatch Mbeumo from Manchester United. I love it.
Man, if that happens, that's the biggest band the club.
Oh, man, I will love it. And I'm campaigning for Gyökeres to go to Newcastle because he will do very well over there. They play on transition. Gyökeres, most of his goals is in transition. And Newcastle does one of the second to us, right?
Yeah.
Pop says watching ain't cheap. No, he's not. That's why maybe you start the conversation now.
There's players we have in our club. There's a few players that we have who could, go the other way as well. Don't forget. To lower the fee. So
and somebody say we should keep Robertson as backup. I will not disagree with that. I think, but Zuberi was like, no, I don't want to see any. When Kirkus came in, I don't want anything of Robbo to touch him.
I don't think it's us keeping Robertson as a backup. It's Robertson himself. He wants to go.
He doesn't.
We've been here in the last stream telling you guys, he's a very, very stubborn guy. Lovely guy. One of the best left backs we ever had. Legend at the football club.
Yep.
He does not sit and he doesn't like to sit on the bench at all.
He's a legend on the bench. He will fight tooth and nail.
And I said it like he's 31. He's playing like he's 37 now. That's because too much football he's played down the years. We brought Tsimikas to help him out, and he refused that. So it is what it is, man. The guy wants to play football. It's World Cup year.
Can't wait again.
Yeah, there is.
Pops asking, when have we done the player plus deal in recent times? Oof. I don't remember the last time we did that. It's a good question, Pops.
I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. We usually Liverpool usually don't do that kind of deal. We will send a player on loan, but we usually don't do that kind of deal.
No, we don't. But
we will sell somebody and buy the player. But
we everything. You know, we never used to loan players. We need bringing in the loans before. Now we did it. You know what I mean, with Arthur and that stuff. Yeah. So that's a new thing for us as well. So why not, man? Be the first time. Yeah. I'll figure out Pops and I'll come back to you, man. My brain ain't working fine now.
Nah. We said, why sell 2 left backs who be back? That's the question. Do we keep Tsimikas? The thing with Tsimikas.
Listen, I'm all for like one of them staying in it.
Yeah.
Lucas or Robertson. If we have to do that, like one of them going. But we'll have to just wait and see. If Robertson is what he's doing what he said like about Atletico, it looks like Tsimikas is gonna stay. So that's how it is.
Okay. But there's a very good point. Why would we buy a number 2 when we potentially can get number 1? Man, you made that's a shout. You're right. Yeah. That's all right. Maybe whatever is Alvarez or
why don't you sell both Tsimikas and obviously Robertson, bring in Hato and Kirkes? Because Hato is not only a left back, he could play as a centre back. Not only as a centre back, he could play as a DM as well. So he's got 3.
But then you don't have you have experience in the Premier League with Kirkes. But Champions League, we don't have an experienced player.
Yeah,
that's my concern. You should sell both.
Handle himself, my friend. I think he can handle himself.
You know, Pop said, "I will be here for it."
You know, I'll find it, Pops. Listen, man, I'll find it. Don't worry.
Owen Beck, Owen Beck is a shout. But the thing is, this is the part where I get frustrated with Liverpool. We send the kids too many times to the lower clubs, instead of sending them to abroad where they can get some different experience and learn something, right?
Yeah.
Owen Beck, where has Owen Beck? Where did he go? He was in the Premiership, Championship, or he was in Division 1?
Let me check. I think he was in the Championship, man. That's Ian Rush's nephew, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to let you guys know. So he was at Bolton and 2023, 2024 Dundee and Blackburn Rovers last season. Played 24 games and scored 1. So he's doing all right.
I mean, Blackburn this year they were very close.
Yeah,
they came close.
Yeah,
but then towards the end, they fell off.
Another Premier League winner. You know what I mean?
So need to buy another left back as well, a centre back. We might end up buying 2 centre backs. You said keep dream about Isak. Let me tell you something, Badro. I was one of the first to keep shouting that Edwards needs to come back, and everybody said, "Nah, he's not coming back." And then he came back. I've been screaming for Musiala. We got Wirtz. Not the same people, but talent-wise, they're there. Ekitike is not ready.
80 million. You want to spend an
80 million on another Nunes. That's another Nunes.
Come on, bro.
Brother, it's not going to happen. Even Chelsea, you see, Chelsea's even thinking about it. Be like, bro, we don't want to make the same mistake twice. I think Osimhen might end up in Chelsea if he decides to cut down his wages.
Well, they pay anything anyway, so he'd be all right.
You know what I mean? So don't think this is a dream, man. This Isak thing is becoming a reality. The more go on Twitter, you start seeing other people, even the so-called big Junos are still saying that Liverpool is going to make another big deal. And everybody know we need a striker.
That's a scary thing for the rest of the Premier League.
It's scary. That's why the whole rest of the league is out here shaking. The rival fans are already putting pressure on us.
I saw the football terrorist Terry. He said, I'm worried. The guy's always mentioning Man United's history lessons and all that stuff.
Oh, man. Terry likes to hear himself speak. 12-man is saying, how do you feel about wild rumors? Edward, he's not going nowhere. I was with Edwards a couple of days ago. He ain't going nowhere.
It's rivalries that's trying to put something out there for us to go angry and all that stuff. I love that, man.
He said, Kwesi, we will see you in court over Musiala. I was already in court. I gave you Wirtz. What else do you want from me, man?
Oh, so hang on. You swapped Wirtz for Musiala, yeah?
That's what ended up happening.
Okay.
Because this is the deal.
No more Musiala, guys. Stop talking about that guy now.
After this, I'm staying at Bayern. I promise you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because this kid's supposed to be where I keep calling him Lamela because that's how I remember his name.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be him. But being in Bayern is not raising up his stock. He needs to go away somewhere, either Liverpool or Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bayern gave him a new contract. He didn't sign for a long period of time. So there was an opportunity for Liverpool to poach him. And then he signed, so we move over to his contemporary, which is Wirtz. So that's what just happened, Pops. Don't.
No, keep going.
Yes, I told you, I said Musiala because that's what I wanted. And even if you talk to G will tell you the same thing. He wanted Musiala, but Wirtz is that dude.
Quasi, it's about the sources. They keep talking.
It's the sources. The sources has been correct. I've always been on point.
He's not paying them anymore, guys. So allow him. He's not paying them anymore.
You know what I mean? And guess what?
No more direct debits. It's gone.
I'm always ahead of the curve, Pazzi. I'm always ahead of the curve. Now you hear this. Even Paul Joyce is talking about Liverpool's going to make more big signing coming. That I was saying it from at the beginning before the season was over. I'm telling you, he said, Kwesi, how's John Henry paying for the yacht after the worst deal? Brother. Listen. The yacht was already there, paid cash, cold cash. The first deal is Liverpool's money. It's good business that we've done. That's Liverpool's money.
We made a lot of savings.
Thank you. You know? It's the okay. Let me make it easy for you. It's the Caicedo money, the 110 million for Caicedo. That's for the Wirtz money.
Are you happy that it's not 150? Are you happy like they lower the price? Like
I think it's
we said that in the previous 3 minutes. It's all about negotiations for deals like this. Like it takes a long time.
It takes a long time.
Now people finally seeing like the lowering the price was always the option, and they had to like concede because the player.
If you were to believe that a couple offers were rejected, that means we were giving them money below the 100 million that we are now approved.
Yeah.
So Liverpool are very good negotiators, and you have to let them do their job. Don't just say go spend the money and come back. Then everybody will be. You come for any other player, they'll be like, yeah, then pay 150.
You have to learn after that Darwin Núñez one, man. You have to learn
especially after the Darwin Núñez situation. They don't want that same thing. He said, you hear Robbo may be stepping. What's your thought on that? For me, I would rather him stay, but if he goes, man, give us the money. Let's find somebody else. Real quick.
Yeah.
Fuzzy, you're right about Robbo. He don't want to be a backup. He is a stubborn
and people
man.
had to go at me. People insulted me on my own channel because of that. I think me and Nalante was having a big row on the channel. I'm not Robertson out. I keep telling you guys, none of us are. We love Robertson, but I keep telling you, it's the player that does not want to sit on the bench. He's that type of person. That's why he's decreased as a player. Why is Salah and Van Dijk still at a higher level? Because they've been, playing in and out of the team. Robertson doesn't want to do that. He wants to play every game. You know what I mean? So that's why his ability, on the pitch ain't the same anymore because he's played too many games. The guy is tired.
Yeah, he's burned.
And I've been trying to tell you guys. You look at him last season; he didn't even step over the halfway line. Poor guy. One creative chance the whole season. Robertson, who broke the record for the most creativity from a fullback.
Trent broke his record.
Yeah. But he broke it first. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Leighton Baines won.
Yeah.
And then one for Gakpo against Arsenal, that header. That's it. The whole season. That's not Robertson. That's not Robertson that we know.
Yeah.
Listen, I was just being honest. I don't want the guy to leave, but he's that type of person. I'm not sitting on the bench, boss. It's time to go.
Time to go. Hey, Ali, man, my sources were correct. Don't say I was lucky, man. Jeez, what? When am I going to get my just due, man? You guys go in and read this tweet from these Junos, and then you believe him, but then you heard it first from me. Why?
Reveal the source, man. Reveal the source, man.
I can't reveal the sources.
Come on, man.
I can't reveal the sources.
Let me do that, man. Come on.
The sources, they will fire me if I reveal them, man. I'll get sued, man.
Yeah.
Pop says, let me ask this question. If Robbo was happy to be back, will we be happier? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's the problem with Liverpool fans. They want everything in their terms.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
People are talking about locker rooms, leaders and all this stuff. I'm thinking to myself, there's a lot of leaders at the football club, guys. There's a lot of leaders. So you don't have to worry about, if he leaves and, thinking there's no leaders in the locker room.
We'll be fine.
There's loads of them, man.
Yeah. And people forget, Sobosla is a captain too. He said that we take it and leave amount the welcome. Yeah. Fabrizio is saying Liverpool are now closing on a 4-year deal said to be agreed with a 19-year-old talented center back, Whitley Lucky. I heard about that. I don't know much about him.
Mm-hmm.
I need to follow up on that. I now rate Hughes after what he has pulled. Off-season, Salah contract, no long. I mean, see, this is the thing. And I was listening to David Ornstein, and he said, Hughes is so respected by his peers, it's crazy. So when last year the whole Zubimendi thing happened, I understand it was kind of embarrassing, but they said he's that dude. He is that dude. The Wirtz thing, I know Edward was playing point because he started this when Wirtz was in Cologne. That's when he wanted him. So Liverpool have been gathering this relationship long before we found out that we want him. But Hughes is doing, bro, people, this is the thing. Don't listen to rival fans. When things don't go well, be disappointed. But don't disrespect your own just because it didn't work. Bro, I'm telling you, man, Liverpool, that's one good thing about Edwards coming back, starting that whole structure where everything is back to where it was supposed to be.
Standard, yeah.
And you know what I mean? The standard. We are the standard. Remember, City copied us. I said this on Grace Can's show years ago. And is it Dabbs? Yeah, Dabbs lost his mind. He said, what do you mean? Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, he didn't even let me explain. I said, City first came in. They were buying, spending left and right. And they went back and said, you know what? We're going to build something. And if you look at City, how they did business, it wasn't buying all kinds of players. They were buying people like Akanji. With all their money, Akanji is the one that they went for.
Yeah.
So, and who started that type of player acquisition? Liverpool. Real Madrid, they decided to do what Juventus do. We're going to go for free. Barcelona started copying us. Manchester United now are copying us. So don't remember, Liverpool, we are the trendsetters. When we say this, we are not playing. Hence the reason why a lot of the fans, rival fans, are shocked on the way Trent is being treated. But
they're apologizing now, They're apologizing now to the Liverpool fans. And I mean, as I said, I've supported this club for a long time, innit? Liverpool fans don't boo a guy for no reason. They know behind the scenes what's happening. That's why they boo, obviously, Trent Alexander-Arnold for what he did. But each to their own, innit? If some people don't like it, some people are fine with it. I'm not here to judge anybody at the end of the day. But there's one thing you said about the transfers and all that stuff. Long have the days gone of, Liverpool going for a player and another club coming in and taking him off us now.
What was the last time?
Yeah, we've become that club now. When we go for a player, other clubs drop out. So there you go. This is where we are right now. Enjoy the ride, guys. You know what I mean? And make sure it stays like this for a long time as well, because we don't want to go back to that club everybody used to take the piss out of, especially that Caicedo incident. You know what I mean? Chelsea getting Caicedo. Look where Chelsea are. Look where Liverpool are now. I bet he regrets it. You know what I mean? There you go.
Now, I mean, at the end of the day, ambition, baby. Look at what Zubimendi is saying. And I was campaigning for him last season, but now listening to what he's talking about.
He's a maniac, man.
Yeah, he goes for the journey, not just the trophies and all kind of stuff. I'm like, bro, you are very good with where you're going. Arsenal, that's where you need to go. That's exactly who they are. You will fit in perfectly over there.
You're only replacing Jorginho with Jorginho. Think about that, guys. You're only replacing the Jorginho that plays for Italy with another Jorginho. So it's no difference. It's still going to be the same as last season, to be fair, guys.
So
same player.
You know, people, why are you guys disrespecting my sauces, man? By the way, Dijon mustard is delicious, actually.
I like
it. Yeah, man. Big up to Mandem Fuzzy. Thank you so much for coming through. Pops, Ale, Honesty, Alex. I mean, I hope MK Toe, there's so many Badro, Tony Still. I mean, all of you guys, man. Thank you. And the people who came in the beginning of the show. We got Don Carlson, brother, Red Marauder. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys coming through. Hustle and Bones, who's doing his yard work right now. He's been talking so much mess. The missus came and pulled him and said, go to the yard. Go do the yard of the work. Uncle Albert was in the building. I mean, love, man. Love for you guys.
Albert, but Uncle Albert, please.
12 men is in the house. He's hiding somewhere. We know where he's at. Big up to all of you guys, man. If I don't mention your name, it doesn't mean I don't care. It's because I love you so very much. You guys could have been anywhere else. Fuzzy, you got anything coming on your show?
I'm on every day, mate. Just hit the notification bell on my channel, and I'm there on a daily basis. I don't really do a time anymore. It's whenever I pop up. So I could do one at night. I could do one in the morning and the afternoon as well. So just hit the notification bell on my channel. Big up,
man. Thank you. And big up to the Kennel for coming through.
Hit the likes, people. Hit
the likes. Come on. If you have it before we leave, we got a few seconds. Hit the likes before you leave, please. Hit the like so we get to 50. Where are we at right now? Honestly, can you see it? Where we at? We're trying to get to 50. We got a lot of people out here. Let's get to 50. And then the subscription. Remember, we're trying to get to 500 so that we can start the call-in show. So please, we're getting close. People, enjoy yourself. I guess today there is a World Club. I can't even say it.
So if next season we'll be in it, right?
Yeah, we'll be in it.
We'll win the league.
Yeah. It's not just for people who wins the Champions League. That's the old format. The new format, I think you win those who win their league and Champions League and something like that.
And they got World Cup after that. My God!
Yeah. You know what? Too many. That's why I'm glad we know our players are gonna have so much rest. I'm so glad for this. Big up Gaza. He said, first time checking out this channel. Love the last 3-4 minutes since I've been here. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. You know what I mean? This channel is, you don't have to agree. We just want respectful debate. That's all this channel is. A community channel. It's a barbershop. You know, you've been to a barbershop before, whether you have hair or not. You've been there before.
I got nothing.
You go in, you have a good conversation and debate with everybody in there. You know, that's what this channel is all about.
So we agree to disagree, innit? Go. If you missed me and Zubiri and Quasi earlier, I suggest you go back and watch it.
Oh, man, you got to go back and watch that show. Please, people, those who are going to watch later, comment. We want to hear from you, too. You know, I always respond. Comment in there, too, man. You don't have to agree. Just comment respectfully. That's all we ask. He said, why aren't we at 500 subs already? People need, thank you, Ali. Thank you. We need to start this show. We need to start this calling show.
And, like, people, like, put your notification bells on these channels. You know what I mean?
Yes, very important.
It helps the channel out. You always got to hit that so you'll be alerted every single time Quasi comes on. You have to do that, guys. And, the support that you give, we've gone from, 15 people to 40 people to 60 people.
Thank you.
It helps the channel, guys. And, I mean, it makes us do it on a regular basis as well. That's why we keep coming back. I'm doing it on a daily basis. So it's Quasi. I'm going to put Uncle Rod. So it's Beijing Barnes, and all these good guys, 12 men. They're good people, man. And they deserve the support that you could give them because it makes them come back again and again and again.
I will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Remember, I'm on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
So if you guys want me there, I'll wake up at 3 and go to work afterwards. You know what I mean? He said if Liverpool refused to, no, they can't refuse. FIFA has a president on.
Yeah, you can't, man.
You can't. There's a lot of money. I mean, we can take our academy. and Salah.
Yeah.
You have Salah in the academy.
USA in the summer. Do USA in the summer. Take Soboslai and Salah to the tour.
You know, we don't need a whole squad. You know, we see everybody's injured. Yes, let's get there soon, people. Let's get there soon.
He deserves it, man. Please, guys.
Think
about 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Let's get there, man. Come on.
I mean, come on, man. Share the channel around with family and friends. Let them know about it, man.
That's it.
We're family at the end of the day.
We all family, people. Yes, sir. People, enjoy your weekend. We're going to be possibly back tomorrow with a transfer show. You know, we'll talk about what's going on and what possibly be next, Isak. So
I like Ale. Oh, Fozzie always catches me by surprise. Ale, I'm on to you, bro. I'm on to
Ale,
you.
be careful with Ale, man. Ale, honesty. They are the reason they snitch on me. They are the reason why I went to court.
Yeah. I only see honesty on here, man. I'd love to see him on my channel one day, hopefully. Yeah.
Big up to David. Big up to David, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Big up, brother.
Oh, man. Thank you guys, man. We could be here for 10 hours, man.
Man, we've got a lot of time to talk, man.
We got a lot of time to talk.
Papers away.
I'm not going to work.
We're Premier League champions. We're Premier League champions, people. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
We got people forget that we got Wirtz. Like we talk more about Wirtz coming than when he's actually here.
Yeah.
Next is Kirkers and then Isak loading. Yes, sir. Big up to all y'all, man. Please share, subscribe, get the likes up. Appreciate you guys. Comment. And those who are gonna watch this show later, I promise you, this is one of the best.
Thank you, bro.
Peace.
Take care.